User Nation, wake the fuck up. We are back, episode 38. Jason Bay.
Hell yeah.
What a goat.
What a
One
guy.
of my faves.
Remember when he had 0 home runs in the home run derby?
Or Benny Snell.
Was he 38?
I think so.
No.
I don't think
I
so.
thought he was
I
20-something.
Oh, that was Jalen Samuels. It was 38.
Yeah.
Close. You were close.
Maybe.
Yeah. Wrong running back.
Same
They're all
position.
the same at
Yeah,
some point.
they're all the same.
I
Unless you're,
think they're the same size, like 5'4".
yeah, about.
5 foot.
Sick
4.
mouthpiece.
Oh yeah, he did.
The spinner?
He did have the spinner mouthpiece.
I didn't think we'd make it past episode 5.
Here we go.
Now we're 38. 12 away from a 50 bomb.
Well,
50 cent.
Only
Some call that
62 away from 100.
$50.
whoa.
It's crazy.
Speaking of that, didn't you find you found a sand dollar?
Sand dollar.
Sand
That's
dollar,
a
not
full.
half the full dollar.
I found 2 of them. That's $2.
He also found a crab.
Yeah, I did find a crab.
Yeah.
We just got back from Florida on Sunday, Saturday, whatever day it was.
Saturday.
My days are all mixed
Yeah,
up.
it was Saturday. I thought it was Sunday.
I mean, technically, you did get home on Sunday because we watched the UFC fights until about 4 a.m.
Yeah, that was miserable.
Yeah,
I'm sure you felt real good that next morning.
Yeah, considering I went to bed at 2:30 and then my
Woke up.
alarm went off at 5:30 and then I hit snooze and then I hit snooze and snooze and then
Did
snooze.
you make it to work on time?
Yeah,
Oh, it's all.
I'm never late.
Yeah.
Did I have 2 Red Bulls on Sunday? Absolutely.
Did you have them at the same time? Absolutely.
It was stone cold.
Yeah, right.
I had one at 6 on my drive to work,
Yeah.
so I didn't fall asleep.
Okay, and then one at 8.
And then I had one at 4
6:05.
p.m. when I was sitting there like watching Red Zone at work.
Hitting your head
Nice.
off the desk. Yeah.
Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah.
And then I went to bed Sunday night at 8:45,
Hell yeah.
Nice.
and I slept till 9 on Monday, so I got a whole
Nice.
12 hours of
So you
sleep.
caught up. You're
I
all
did,
good.
sort of. Yeah. Anyways, we're back,
Better than ever.
looking better than ever. You're by yourself over there.
Yeah, it's nice to have room for
You got room over there.
I can like do this way or this way
Ooh, hit it.
or in the middle.
Okay, I like it.
Are you playing the middle?
You got a whole table to yourself too.
And a whole table.
Seriously,
That's
kinda sick.
wild.
This is our new segment. Sorry, Tiggs. You're going to have to find another. Making my own table over here now.
So Tiggs is in Disneyland right now. Say hi to Mickey Mouse for us. He'll be back next episode.
Will he?
I don't know.
I mean,
hope
maybe
so.
he's cut and we just didn't tell him yet.
Ooh.
Dang.
That's a tough way to
I
find
think
out.
that was Steve,
Sayonara.
that's Steve's job to do. So
Oh,
we're
yeah.
gonna
Good
leave
luck,
that
Steve.
Yeah, we're gonna leave that to him.
So as always, we'll review our hot takes from the last episode. Dylan said the Buckers are going to max of 5 games.
Ooh.
I don't know how many they won, to be honest.
I think they won like 5 in a row, or like 4
They
or
won.
6.
Well, they swept. The Marlins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that definitely didn't help you.
It didn't help.
I think they won like 7. So you're close, but you're still wrong.
Yeah, that's.
I said the Steelers, when we did the podcast, the current spread was +3. I said they were going to win by 4 more, and they did. So we'll put that in the win column. I can't believe they're +3.
I could.
Against Denver?
No, this was Atlanta.
Atlanta. First
Oh,
game
that
of
was the
season,
Atlanta one.
Justin Fields playing in
Well, yeah.
Atlanta.
I was
Like,
going to say, because you don't know who your quarterback is against a good, somewhat
true.
good
all the
Atlanta
spreads that
defense.
week were pretty even, honestly.
Corey says Pickens was going to go for 100+ and a touchdown.
Couldn't have
I
been
think he
further
had-
from the
I
worst.
think he had 88.
Yeah, didn't score, though.
No, he didn't
No
score.
one scored.
No one did score except for Chris Boswell.
No, that golden foot.
Yep, might as well just give him the golden jacket while you're at it. Tig says the Pitt was going to cover 24 against Kent State.
That was kind of a sweat.
It was kind of a sweat.
He was real worried for a minute.
He was. They did, so congratulations to Tiggs. That's win number, let's see.
6.
Huh? And you said that Warren was going to outrush Najee, and I don't think he played like 6 snaps.
It's a tough one.
That's a tough one.
It's a tough
Hey,
one.
Can't win them all.
Can't win 'em all.
Cannot win them all.
Can't win them all. I don't even think he touched the field, so that's good.
I think he had 3 rushes for 3 yards, maybe.
Yeah.
It wasn't a lot.
It was not a lot.
So our hot take all-time record here. I'm now in Dylan's behind. We're both 10 and 26. Tiggs overtook 3rd place from you, 6 and 29.
Damn.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse.
Redemption.
Yeah, what is
That's-
Mickey?
yeah,
What
it's
is Mickey Mouse hot
yeah.
take?
Hey, Pitt covering the spread against Kent State is difficult for Pitt because last year, pretty sure
Well,
whoever
this
they
isn't
played
last
week
year.
1,
Wofford.
they didn't cover.
Well, it's because it was like 48 points.
Yeah, well they didn't cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
The Jimmy's at 5 and 8, and Corey
Still Hall of Fame numbers.
still bringing
All
up the rear.
threes.
Triple
All
threes, baby.
Triple threes.
Triple threes.
Triple
Hell yeah.
threes.
Perhaps I did that on purpose.
Yeah,
He's not
Right.
even playing it, you said.
Corey's gonna be quad or 5 threes, 3 and 333.
It could be 3,
1,000.
4, 5 here pretty soon.
It could. It could be.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't remember if you were on this episode or not. We talked about if you were going to get to 10 wins or 40 losses first.
Oh, man.
I said 40 losses.
Well, magic number 7. So here we go.
Let's go 7. So yeah,
I think we're all done today.
that's it.
Well, that's
And that's
All right,
it.
guys.
That's crazy.
Thanks for coming. So we got a lot to cover today. A little bit of UFC talk. By a little, I mean a lot. We're actually going to throw a little curveball. I'm not going to say what I'm talking about, but it's...
Oh, that was funny.
Yeah, it's not baseball. Nice try.
I can't hit curveballs, so.
I think Court just blew up the bathroom.
NFL season's underway. We're officially 2 weeks in.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
2 weeks in. Week 3 starts on Thursday. Tiggs isn't here, so I think Corey might cover a little baseball today.
Damn, that sucks.
We'll see if you can do better than Tiggs. It can be that hard.
No, I really can't.
And a lot to talk about in the hockey world.
Oh.
We'll save that for last, though. So, yeah, I guess I'll get started. 3:06 was Saturday.
Sure was.
I know all you boys were watching it because everyone was here
Watching
till
like
4
this.
a.m.
Saturday and Sunday.
Before he gets
Saturday
started,
into Sunday.
Could have left early.
what was your guys' score out of 10 for the Sphere?
For the Sphere?
Like the whole everything, the fights,
Oh, everything.
the Sphere,
I'd say
the movie they did.
I'd say an 8.7.
Yeah, I was going 8.5.
I was going 8.5.
I would say like high 8s.
Mm.
I would have given it a 10 if the last 2 fights were interesting. Yeah.
Now, production-wise,
Oh,
10
11.
Unreal.
Yeah.
11.
production alone.
That was
unreal.
sick.
But overall,
It was honestly like I thought that they were starting from the prelims all the way up, and they were going to tell the story the whole entire time, but it found out it was only the main event.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense.
And
which is fine.
the Easter eggs, I haven't seen any
Yeah.
surface yet.
No idea.
I don't know what exactly we were looking for.
We did not find them.
I mean, was that even a real thing?
Imagine
Yeah, it
Dana
was a
just
real
said
thing.
that, and he's like, it doesn't actually exist.
So
That's what I was going to say. Was that just like
There-
a thing Dana wanted?
I don't know what the Easter eggs, like what we were supposed to be looking for, or anything like that. But the fact that there was one early prelim fight definitely had something to do with an Easter egg. Had something because Rosas was scheduled as an early prelim, and he was the only early prelim fight. So that definitely, in my opinion, had something to do with.
That wasn't just to get like asses and seats?
No, because at that point, why
There's
not just
no
make it
asses in
a
any seats. in
why
that
not
Yeah.
make
fight.
it just a prelim fight?
Yeah, why not just extend the prelims?
So Dana said there was only one hiccup the whole Sphere
It was
fight.
close. It was close.
He
It
said
was
there
not
only
close.
one.
It was close. They looked the same.
So they
No.
brought up a picture of it was Terrence Crawford, and on the bottom it said
Yeah,
Kendrick
Kendrick
Lamar.
Ah,
You know, we're sitting here watching that, and I'm like, that's definitely not
It's
Kendrick
not
Lamar.
Kendrick. Nope.
I didn't say
No.
anything though because I didn't want to be that guy. But yeah,
I
Dana
was
said-
like, he looks a little different, but maybe it's the angle. I was like, I wasn't. I also don't know what Terrence Crawford looks like, to be
apparently what
Like
they
what
showed
was on the
screen.
TV.
But yeah, like I said, UFC did a phenomenal job, start to finish. The whole production was great.
honest. Top moment. My favorite moment was when they had the flowers in the video and then they threw confetti into the crowd. I
That
thought
was
that was
cool.
pretty cool to get them.
Yeah.
What was your favorite moment from like just the production standpoint?
I mean, what you were saying before, like the whole storytelling thing, like that was just sick. And then like to have the setting for or the different settings for every fight. I mean, again, I didn't know what was it like. It's 18K or whatever it is. Those screens are.
Yeah, it's like, or no, 16K.
16,
16K
yeah.
resolution.
I mean, absolutely unreal graphics.
This was the first fight that they did it on screen. They did it 8K.
Mm.
I think it was.
Yeah.
And you'd be able to tell a difference if you watch side by side
Mhm.
and like 306 and 305. But to me, it looked pretty similar.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have even
It
noticed
looked
that.
a little more smooth, but
Yeah.
like you weren't like, oh my god, this looks so much better.
Yeah.
It better. We double paid for it. It better look smooth.
Yeah, that's true. This is
Yeah,
true.
we did double pay for that. What was your favorite moment? Just the production wise.
I would say the presentation of, like Corey mentioned, like before the fights they changed I thought that was really interesting. It looked like whoever designed it, I don't know his name. He was on earlier in the day, and I can't remember what his name is, but and the team I think did a really really good job of. It looked like a movie.
It did.
So I mean, I would like to see it live because I feel like I would have real bad motion sickness.
Yeah. Yeah,
Especially
100%.
like they showed that one view from like it was like if this was the Sphere, it was like down here, and it was like
yeah,
this.
people
I
were
would
looking
be like
this.
I would puke. Like
My favorite, just like production wise, was the holograms of the fighters
Those were.
those were
Oh,
on the
it-
screen.
yeah.
That was sick.
yeah.
That was cool.
You talking about like when they had like the stars and
when
the
it was
outline?
like tail of the tape,
Yeah,
and they had like their
outline stars. Or
and it was
whatever
just both fighters. It was like a big hologram.
Yeah.
I thought that was real sick.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
So we'll move into the fights here. Like I said, early prelim, there's only one fight. Raul Rosas won via decision 29-28, straight across the board.
Should
that was
we do it?
boring. No, I'm not doing it.
Ready on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Cheerleaders.
I love it,
Me too.
honestly.
I do
I'm
too.
buying you a shirt.
Me.
Yeah,
No.
buying you a shirt
Um,
to wear here.
he
Hell
says he wants a top 15 fighter.
Good luck.
He's only 19 years old. He said last week, maybe a week and a half ago now, that he wants to retire by the time he's 25.
Good for him.
He wants to be the youngest UFC champion. They're going to do the same thing they did with Sugar Sean, and they're currently doing with Bo Nickel, and they're just going to slow ride him.
Yeah.
So I don't think he'll get another. I don't think he'll get a top 15 fight.
What's his UFC record? 3-1.
Yeah, he got his first loss, which I'm happy about, because he's like humble now.
Yeah, that was
Like
like his second fight. He got
Yeah,
he didn't get the shit kicked out of him, but he lost that fight easily.
and it's good for him being that young and already having your first loss, because you know what
You know
defeat
what losing feels like.
Correct. I love Raul Rosas.
Can't win them all.
Can't win them all, but he did on Saturday.
Yeah,
He
that's all
did.
matters.
Joshua Van wins via decision 29-28 straight across the board again.
I don't remember that
fight.
one.
I only watched the Rosas fight, and then I got here for the main event, for main card rather.
Souza wins via rear naked choke in first round.
That was.
I would have loved to see that.
She put her right to sleep. She was sleeping from like for a good 2 minutes.
Yeah, she was. She had a nice.
She was like me if I would have stayed on that couch, out cold
That was the fight that they both got kicked low twice, right?
Yep. They
Yeah.
kicked each other low.
once.
Yeah.
Once each side.
Yeah.
And then she decided to go to sleep. Ignacio wins via first round TKO with a beautiful right hand, straight over cross.
Do you remember that?
No.
I don't remember
I
that
have
either.
bad memory, so you're asking the wrong person.
Yeah, he went to sleep.
Who'd he fight?
Can't remember. Doesn't matter because he went to
Doesn't
sleep.
matter. Sweet right. Really
Right.
sweet right, yeah.
Sweet right, out cold.
And the James's favorite UFC fighter,
My new favorite.
Norma Dumont, wins decision
She beat the brakes out of that chick.
30-27 across the board. So they did miss head clash in the second round.
That was
That caused her opponent to tear open. And that video afterwards,
Stop. I'm gonna puke.
I literally
Pictures.
the video that
And
Tig
the
sent
videos,
us.
Yeah.
I didn't
Dude,
look. I didn't watch.
Stop. I'm gonna puke thinking about it.
Dude,
I'll pull it up.
No, we don't need to see
We
it.
don't
can we
need to
show
see
it
it.
for
We-
the people? On the
No,
video?
no, we do not.
Why?
Nobody needs.
No
If
one wants to see
if
that.
they want to see
Oh,
it,
come
it's like
on.
when Kevin Ware's leg was out of his
Yeah,
flesh.
you,
That
you know
is
where to find
nasty.
it. You know
Yeah.
where to find it.
If
We're
you
not
want to
putting
go
it.
see it,
Well, you didn't like see her skull or nothing.
you could literally
See it.
poke her skull.
no.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're
Hell
good.
yeah.
Yeah, we're good. No.
Yeah.
Bro, just look at it.
No,
can't.
I'm
You
not.
can see her brain.
No, I'm not looking at it. I
Hell
don't want
yeah.
to see it.
Yeah, she definitely got a couple stitches.
Well, and it,
She's literally Scarface all the way down.
well, it's funny because it only started and then she took a right and then
Yeah.
literally
It
you saw it
split.
just split.
My
Yeah.
favorite was when they were in the corner after the second and they were like trying to pack it and everything, and then they're standing before the third round starts and she goes like this. I'm like, you just wiped everything
But
off.
she also wouldn't stand there. She's like this and
Yeah.
then like this.
I will say though, like when she would wipe it, she would wipe. It looked like war paint on her face. I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like it just.
Yeah, it was bad.
Now-
Yeah, she got her shit kicked.
Now, how
in.
do you not like stop that?
Because it's not impeding their health. I mean, it's just a big cut. Now,
If
if
it-
it
It's
was
just
like,
a big.
was-
It's
if
just
it
a big
was
cut that
lower-
you can't see.
If it was lower, they would have because
or if it was like next to it, right? But
I mean, she was 3 punches away from her brain coming out of her forehead.
I mean, she practically was.
was that Herb
After-
Dean's match? Is that why
Yes.
they kept?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
See, that's why.
Dean Herb.
Yeah, shout out George. Is
Shout out
Dean Herb still
Herb.
referencing? I said yeah, and Jones comment John's supposed to fight later this year. So moving on to the main card. I thought the first three fights were phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agreed.
They saved the
Ronaldo
card.
Rodriguez versus Odie Osborne. They had a lot of shit to talk.
A little bit. A little bit.
It was
Leading
pretty
up to the
entertaining
fight.
though.
It was.
It was great, honestly. Like him wearing a hat and no one neither one of the two of them understood what each other was saying.
They're just yelling stuff.
So Rodriguez gets knocked 40 seconds into the fight.
He looked like he was out cold.
He practically
was like-
was.
I thought he
Yeah,
was.
I thought it was over. Honestly.
And then he escaped the triangle after being in it for over a minute.
That was
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
I'm like, first of all, you just got knocked.
And then he got punched. Then he woke up.
Correct.
We think
Yeah.
And
That's
then
what the
you
announcers were saying.
were in a triangle for a minute, and you were just like, yeah, I'm good.
he's like, I'm just hanging out.
He said, "This is resting for me."
Second round, there was a lot of ground control. Two judges actually gave that round a 10-8 for Rodriguez, which I wasn't really surprised at because Osborne did nothing.
Yeah.
He got out towards the end of the round, but in my opinion, didn't do enough damage to because he had him in a body triangle literally the whole round.
Yeah.
and was still doing damage. So it's like, if you're in a body triangle and you're not doing damage, 10-9 easily.
Yeah, but you're doing combo.
Correct.
Yep.
Third round basically lasted on the feet for the entire round until Osborne took him down late. But it wasn't enough as Rodriguez won decision 29-28 and then 2 29-27s.
That's about right.
So I like Ronaldo Rodriguez.
His teeth or mouth area.
Yeah, his lips. Everyone was like, dude, his lips are like
He looks
swallowed
like-
up.
I'm like, no, that's what they
And I'm like, no, it's just his lips.
He looked like Pepe Le Pew with that big, with the big ass hat on too, like Doug Dibadome of the Dibadome.
Moving on to my opinion, the best fight on the whole entire card. Esteban, what were you gonna say?
Second best fight of the year,
Yeah,
literally.
Esteban
Versus
Rebocas
Ryan
Daniel
Garcia.
Daniel Zellhuber. Yeah, literally the UFC Ryan Garcia.
He's a good looking dude.
All I gotta say that fight is wow.
He is. That's what we both said.
I
that.
did say I was like, that dude's a good looking dude.
I don't remember that.
Yeah,
I must have been.
We were at the
sleeping
pool.
on that chair.
we were at the
We were at the pool.
Huh?
We were at the pool.
I said that in
Oh,
Florida.
when you said that, I think
Yeah.
I said it here.
No, we also
Oh, anyways,
That's fight of the year if Gaethje and Holloway didn't exist.
agreed.
yeah.
100%. There's not a doubt in my mind that's not fight of the year.
Almost 1A, 1B.
They also beat the brakes out of each other.
Yeah. They stood and banged for 15 straight minutes.
I don't know how no one got knocked. Like they were just eating.
I mean,
The one dude looked like he
Yeah,
was.
he got
was
clocked
alre-
once.
He wasn't the other guy wasn't even punching him. He's doing this. He
was.
looks like he's practicing for NASA.
Oh, that's why he was against the cage and he's just
Yeah.
like going like
we were
this.
like, what is he doing?
I'm literally sitting there like, how are you not stopping this? Stop it! Stop it!
we,
Like,
we thought they were
dude,
going to stop it at
it's
least
literally
4
just-
times.
So that was in round 3. He eats a nasty combo and gets absolutely rocked.
Yeah.
And like you said, he was at one point just sitting on the cage, just going like this. And the dude wasn't even throwing any punches. He was still just
He was bob
he's just,
and
like,
weave, bob
bobbing.
and
He's
weave.
like trying to stay alive. And
He said if I spin enough times, he won't see me.
but the crazy thing is, he didn't go out,
Mm-mm.
and then he started cracking
Hell
Esteban
yeah!
back.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah!
I'm like, you sir are a badass.
Yeah, that was.
Are we going to put him on the list of people not to mess with?
No.
Oh.
You're just a badass.
Yeah.
You're just a straight badass. So Esteban walks away with a split decision W. Like I said, phenomenal fight.
That set the bar a little too high.
It did.
Like real high.
Ah, yeah.
Real high.
Dana gave them fight of the night, didn't they?
Oh, he had
Yeah.
to.
I mean, there's no way there was another fight of the night.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah, phenomenal fight.
Moving on.
He's still speechless about this.
That was probably the outside of Gaethje Holloway. That was the best fight I've seen in a long time.
Maybe
Like,
I
a
should start.
two-sided fight.
I got to start staying awake then for the first 2, and go to bed for the last 2.
Going back- Yeah, see, there you go. You got to switch up your routine now.
Moving on to fight number 3, Diego Lopez versus Brian Ortega. Ortega has never been finished in the UFC.
Sweet hair.
You know what it is?
His hair
did.
did-
The snickerdoodle.
He's never been finished in the UFC, and he was hurt real bad in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he got crushed.
He did get crushed.
Yeah.
He's on the ground just laying there. I was like, that's probably not where.
But Diego Lopez, in my opinion, made a mistake and wanted to go for the submission to prove a point. In my opinion, he would have been better off just backing up and just letting him stand.
Mm.
But honestly, both fighters, I love Diego Lopez. I don't. Let me see what the current rankings are. I would
He was
love.
12.
He was. It was a 12 versus 3. I would love to see.
Hey. Just one. Just
Just
one.
So Diego Lopez is now 3 and Ortega is now 5. I would love. I don't think Diego Lopez is quite ready for the title fight with the winner of Topuria and Max Holloway.
I agree.
I think a fight for Diego Lopez. I have 2 guys in mind. Number 1 is Arnold Allen, which I think would be a phenomenal fight, and then you also have Volk, still just sitting at number 1.
It's been a while, right, for him
He also fought like 3 times and
in a year.
quick.
Or like 8 months. It was
Yeah.
He's gonna be 3. Is that what Dana said?
He is 3.
He's go. Oh,
Yeah,
you just said that?
yeah. They come out on
forgot
Mondays. Yeah. So I think Arnold Allen 3 versus 5 as a. I don't even know if you could do number 1 contender because you still have Volk in the situation.
But
It's so hard.
Volk has had so many opportunities. I feel like his past fights, I feel, have been championship fights.
Yeah, but
Well,
they
they
were
were.
also 2 against Islam when he moved up for the double title.
Yeah.
which I still think Volk shouldn't have taken that second fight.
No.
First fight, questionably, in my opinion, he won.
Mhm.
Second fight, obviously, he didn't. He went to sleep. But you still can't just forget about Volk at number 1.
No.
But
So we'll see.
it's
how
the same
plays
thing.
out.
Like Volk isn't just going to get handed a title opportunity. Like you have to
Prove it.
correct. It has to be a number 1 contender fight, and it's
I like
you have
that.
you have 3 guys there that are
That are
potentially
contenders.
Volk, Lopez, and Arnold Allen. All
Mhm.
3 of those guys could fight for the title.
Triple threat in the octagon.
We'll move on to that.
Pretty
Tag team match.
sweet. Tornado tag. Yeah.
Diego Lopez wins decision 30-26, and then 2 30-27s.
That was the right move.
100%. Do you guys think Ortega's going to move up? Because he said
I don't know enough about UFC
I don't know
yet.
about moving up either.
he mentioned that he wanted to after he didn't make weight, and then got sick when he was originally supposed to fight Diego Lopez. I don't know. It's tough. Like his title run for featherweight is now gone. Like any chance of him fighting for the title because now he's like 4th in line. But if he moves up, he's in Islam, Oliveira, Gaethje, Poirier, Hooker, Chandler, Dariush,
I don't
Gamrot.
think he beats any of those. I'm gonna be
Right.
honest.
No.
Like those top
Good luck,
4,
Charlie.
There ain't no way.
No.
So I mean, his best bet would probably be staying where he is. Well, did they give him a new rank? I don't know.
He's 5th.
He's 5.
Yeah, so he dropped 2.
Okay.
They
I was
literally
gonna
said,
say-
Diego Lopez, you take his, and we'll just drop everyone else.
Yeah,
Do
really.
whatever's like best for you, but think about your circumstances, like what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah, I mean weight. Like he cuts a lot of weight, so that would be the only thing that would take into consideration.
Might
But
be a little easier. Obviously, you wouldn't have to cut as much weight.
right, I just don't think him moving up to lightweight right now is in the best interest because he's
Not the way.
like I
the-
said, any of those guys I just named.
would beat the
Yeah,
living
that
shit out
weight
I don't
class
think
is
he's-
just unbelievable.
So like I said, Lopez now ranked 3, and we kind of talked about what the next fight was for Lopez. You guys think it's going to be Arnold Allen? It's going to be Volk?
I don't think
Honestly,
it's gonna be Volk. I don't think you go from 12 to 3 to Volk. I think that's.
Sugar
mean-
Sean did it. He was
I
like
feel like
15. He fought Piotr Jan, and then
I
he
feel like
got a
he's on
title.
a different path. Like,
Diego Lopez is a bad
I mean,
dude.
he's not wrong.
I don't feel like you could go wrong either way. I kind of like the number 1 contender before a championship fight.
Oh,
Obviously,
it has to be
but
considering to Poirier and Max Holloway are
yeah,
fighting.
I'm saying don't obviously put him in a title right away, but like Arnold Allen, I feel in him would be pretty good. But then do you do those 2 fight and then
The winner.
the
fights
winner gets Volk, or
But then-
No,
Is Volk
because then Volk's still sitting out. How long?
Yeah, I mean that's.
so
like
then you just
another
forget
issue.
about Volk and just go between those 2?
That's what I'm saying. That's the difficult decision the
Yeah.
UFC matchmakers are in right now.
Yeah, that's
That's
tough.
a tough one. I feel like they're gonna do Arnold Allen. I don't feel like I'll give him Volk. That's me personally.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's tough because, like I said, you can't just push Volk to the side because it is Volkanovski.
It's tough, but you definitely can't go wrong. It'll be a
Oh,
treat for-
100%.
it'll be a treat for
Whatever.
the fans.
Yeah, great. We'll all love it.
Yeah.
Moving on to the co-main here.
Ooh.
Oh, stop.
This sucked.
I'm gonna fall asleep just thinking about it.
Alexa
Well-
Grasso versus Valentina Shevchenko. Alexa didn't look good at all.
She looked like she didn't. And it's similar to the next one, but like neither one looked like they wanted to be there. I don't know if it was that they had to do a lot of press. I don't know if it's that they had a shit ton of media.
Grasso should have been literally hyped up. It's Mexican night.
She didn't have it. She didn't have an ounce of emotion on
Yeah,
her. I
she-
said that when we were sitting here.
I think
she literally just
I don't
looked plain and like irritated the whole fight.
Yeah, right.
because
You had,
she
you
knew she
had
was
Rey
losing.
Mysterio, Mexican legend.
And Dom, Mexican legend.
Pump the brakes. Pump the brakes.
She just didn't look like she was all there. Like,
No.
I'm not sure what was going on there. She got out wrestled all.
Yeah, she
Hell
sure
yeah, she
did.
did.
All 5 rounds.
Hell yeah.
She loses 50-45 straight across the board.
Yeah, that was.
Valentina gets the title back, which she deserved. Now we're into the question.
No.
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 Nope.
I think 3's the max.
But here's the problem. So
Or not yet.
So Dana said they're not rematching right away.
I mean, yeah.
But it
Definitely
is 1-1-1.
Yeah.
So it's like
How'd they get a no
give them a
contest?
4th fight.
It was
It was
a draw.
It was a majority.
Split decision.
That's insane. That's crazy because judging how it is today, you look back and you see a draw on your stat line.
You don't get many of those.
I know. I'm
And
just
by many,
saying.
I mean, probably never. Like, I don't know how many draws there have been in the last few years, but not many.
So I don't know much about the women's division. I'm gonna be straight honest with you. So Valentina's obviously champ. Alexa Grasso is 1. Rose is 5, but Rose is
Rosang? Rose?
No,
No, Namajunas.
the shaved
Girl
head
who looks
girl.
like 11
Couldn't tell you.
from Stranger Things.
Britney Spears from
Rose
2000.
Namajunas.
You said 11.
Doesn't
No.
tell me she doesn't look like 11 from Stranger Things.
Oh my god.
No, I don't know who that is. Anyways.
This is her.
You know, I know who she is, so you should definitely know who she is.
Nope.
She used to look real good with hair.
Never seen her.
Average UFC fan. So there's one person. She's ranked number 2 now. Manon Fiorot. Oh my god,
Fucking 11.
bro! You can't tell me she doesn't look like 11. Like I said, I don't know much about women's rankings and all that jazz, but I feel like she'd fight Valentina, and Valentina would probably kill her. So
Let him
I
fight.
still think that Valentina, the first fight was a fluke, right? When Alexa Grasso beat her, when she submitted her in round 2, I think it was a fluke. Valentina or Alexa Grasso, I think, going to that fight was like she was ranked 6th. She was like plus 600, 650 to
Is that
win.
when she gave her back and they gave her it was a rear naked?
Yeah.
Maybe? Yeah.
So imagine if that never happened, Valentina was still champ that whole entire time.
Yeah, and they probably don't end up here. I mean, they probably do, but in a different
Eventually,
path.
maybe.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like I said, I
It's
don't know.
hard. How many people have had 4 in a series? Like how
One.
many?
Brandon Moreno and
And-
Figueiredo.
Yeah,
But at the point where those guys were fighting, they were the only ones in
in that
flyweight.
division. Yeah,
They were the only ones that were fighting in that division that were willing, they were able to fight for
yeah.
the
They're
title.
like, we're just keep beating the shit out of
Yeah.
each other until someone else comes along.
So that's all I got there. Valentina won. Congrats to you.
Yeah.
She'd probably beat my ass in about 4 seconds.
4 seconds. I'm saying 3.5. She'd hit you with one swift leg kick and you're going down.
Yeah. Good night. Moving on to the main event, Merab versus Sugar Sean.
Yep, that put me to sleep too.
It was just, it was a weird,
Fucking laugh.
it was a weird fight.
I should have.
It was kind of like underhyped.
No, I think it was. I,
mean,
think it was,
overhyped,
overhyped.
I meant,
Yeah.
for how the fight was. That's what I meant to say.
So 7 seconds into the fight, Merab starts yelling at Tim Welsh, who is Sugar's coach.
Like right away,
Yeah.
too.
But the crazy thing is like he's yelling at him and still circling so he doesn't get hit.
Uh-huh.
And Herb Dean was like,
What's going on?
he's like,
Cut
stop.
it out! Cut it out!
He's like, quit it. But as you guys may or may not know, when Sugar knocked out Aljamain Sterling, Tim Welsh was the one that said, "You got to go, Sterling. You got to go, Aljo." And then he got knocked out. So they knew going into this that he had
But
a
he-
history of doing that.
But he
and
didn't
he
hear
was
it.
telling Rob to be patient. I think is
Yeah.
what he said.
So
And,
so Herb, in my opinion, probably did the right thing, and he gave a
100%.
warning to the corner for what we call excessive coaching,
Never heard that one before.
which is also known as coaching the opponent.
Come to Neville Island, you'll see some excessive coaching.
Yeah.
Right
So,
in
like,
the
you-
face
so,
of
like,
the ref.
Aggressive coaching with vulgar language.
So like
Mhm.
you can't say go Aljo
Yeah.
as the other corner.
Correct.
And he was trying to do that to Merab, but Merab obviously was like pointing it out 7
he
seconds
knew
into the
he knew
fight.
it was coming.
Mhm.
100%.
He studied.
Second round, O'Malley gets caught grabbing the inside of his glove.
He was in there.
Yeah. And then at the end of the second round, Merab starts kissing
That was
O'Malley's
weird.
shoulder. That's
That
what I'm saying. It was
so
a strange fight.
dude.
And then he
And then
got up.
he
He got up
like,
with 3
what?
seconds left, and he almost got like O'Malley was like,
He came with a big right.
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
his
Because he
cheek.
walked away. Like you can't walk away without the
If
bell.
he knocked his ass out there, I would
would've-
have went insane in your basement.
Someone say you should have head kicked him instead of punched him, but
I don't think you have
I
enough
think
time
that's
to
human
set.
instinct just to throw a punch
Mhm.
first.
Sugar really didn't do much
Didn't do anything.
the first 23
3.5
and a half minutes
Yeah.
of that fight.
25 minutes.
Yeah. Towards the end of the fight, he got Merab with a couple front kicks
Those
straight
were
to the
nasty.
stomach, which
He was
Merab
feeling those.
did not like.
Nope.
at all.
No, I would
Was
have
feeling that.
No. Toe right into the liver or
Mhm.
wherever he hit him.
You could see him. He was like rubbing it.
Yeah.
I would have shit. I would have
I
shit.
don't know how he kept connecting. You would have what?
Straight shit.
I
on
just
my
would have
ass.
shit, right? like
I'm not sure why when that happened,
Oh,
like
God.
Sugar just didn't like
Attack, like full attack.
keep attacking. Yeah.
yeah,
'cause
he,
he was
did,
hurt.
he would kick him, then he would kind of like analyze him, like you got to go.
yeah, you have 30 seconds left. You're trying to figure out the right way.
Yeah.
We were all sitting here saying that too. Like we're like, go,
Yeah, bro.
go.
2:27 in the morning, like do something.
Unless he just accepted
He did.
defeat.
I don't know if you. He's having surgery.
Thanks.
Who?
That was my next talking point.
Bang! Look at me, big UFC guy
But
now.
then I get yelled at when I say something, but he's
Hey,
like,
it's not on here. It's not on here.
Merab just out wrestled him the whole fight. He wins unanimous decision 49-46 and then 2 48-47s. So before my thunder was stolen,
dickhead.
Sugar Sean is in fact undergoing surgery on his hip on October 3rd, following a torn labrum which he suffered 10 weeks prior
Ooh.
in his training camp.
Wait, a torn labrum in his hip?
Yeah.
Makes it real hard to move.
Yeah.
He didn't look. He looked pretty good, unless he was all juiced up.
100%.
Adrenaline
I
too.
mean-
I mean, everything sets in.
4 cortisone shots and adrenaline. You're set.
Yeah.
So he'll probably be out
Months.
yes.
Months,
He
yes.
won't
I think it's
fight
like 4.
until-
I think it's 4 months.
4 to 6, I would
He
imagine.
probably won't fight
Next
until
year.
spring.
Which is a regular recovery anyways, but
Yeah.
that means you can't do
Yeah, it's-
camp earlier. So.
correct. So he's probably looking at spring. I love Sugar Sean still.
Me too, man.
Feel bad, but
Little hiatus coming, I think, is needed for him.
100%.
He said he'll be out for 6 months, 8 months, a year, whatever.
So what do you guys give the card, the
entire
fights?
card.
Rosas to Sugar Sean.
7.
Like watching the fights or seeing the card for what it was before the fights.
No, watching the
what-
fights. Like, what
7.
do you grade it as?
7-3.
I'm gonna say like 7.5 is a good ranking.
Without the first 3 fights on the main card, a 4.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
those,
Yes.
those save the card.
100%.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was cool. They'll probably never go back again. Dana White
no
said he
need.
doubts it. But I thought they did a phenomenal job.
Hell yeah.
I thought they
Start to
knocked it out of
finish.
the park. They crushed
everything.
it.
Moving on here to UFC 309. A couple fights were announced. Bo Nickel makes his return to the octagon versus Paul Craig. I still think Bo Nickel just beats the fuck out of him.
Probably.
I think the odds are like plus like 3,000 and minus like 6,000. Like
Really?
they're-
Let
Oh
me
yeah.
see-
Might as well
see
put a
if they're
buck
out.
on it.
Yeah, $1 to win a penny.
Yeah.
No, on Paul Craig.
I'm not throwing any money on that man.
Just put $1 on it. It's like $600
I don't think that's how it works.
or 60, whatever it is.
Try Face ID again. Yep. Let me.
Yep.
Let me
iOS 18.
It's probably because you have glasses on.
Yeah, Tomlin.
Might be right.
That's Dana White Contender Series.
That's more events. Cyril Gahn. What the
Speaking
hell?
of Mike Tomlin, did you,
Cyril Gahn versus Alexander Volkov.
did you
Didn't
know
know
he
that was
said
a
that
thing.
with the hot dogs? Jesus Christ.
MMA.
So they have they have on DraftKings right now odds to be the champion on December 31st.
Really?
For each,
I've
yeah,
seen that,
like
yeah.
Pereira's plus 125 to be the champ. Duplessis is 120. Shavkat's 125. Islam's minus 135. Taporia's minus 135. Pantoja's 240.
They don't even have the Bo Nickel fight on here.
Really?
Nope, not on DraftKings at least.
Yeah, I don't see it. No, they don't have it on there yet. Moving on, Michael Chandler finally decided that he was done with Conor McGregor, and he fights Charles Oliveira at Madison Square Garden co-main event.
Be a sick
That'd be
fight.
Sweet.
Yeah. I'm just saying,
Chandler's the favorite.
it would be sick as shit to go.
What are you trying to say?
I
You
guess
said
I'm going by
MSG?
myself.
It's an
When is
MSG.
Next month?
November.
Never been to Madison Square Garden. Never been to
I
New
have no
York.
desire to go back to New York City.
All right, me and Court,
I'm
we can
sorry.
go. You'll be wearing a mask, though. There'll be a couple people there.
Maybe.
Maybe just a few.
And then finally, John Jones versus Stipe as the main event. I'm ready.
That's why he wants to go.
That's
No,
the
he wants to
goal.
go for Bo Nickel. Come on now.
No, he
Go
don't.
for
I just want to hear Buffer with the John Bones Jones entrance.
So
Yeah, I'll hear it from
John-
on TV.
yeah.
Yeah.
John Jones is opening at minus 410. Right now.
Damn.
Wow.
So Jones did say that he's contemplating this might be his last fight in UFC.
He wants to go back to Coke.
I still think that he's ducking Tom Aspinall.
He 100% is ducking Thomas.
Wouldn't you? I
mean,
would.
Yeah. That's why we're here and there.
If I was as big as them, which I'm not, just
I am.
just in case the camera couldn't catch it,
Yeah, me and Corey are heavyweight.
A little bit.
there's no shot. I'm done. I'm limboing right out.
limboing, I'm literally turning around and hopping over the cage. I'm out. I
Pat
ain't-
McAfee in a rumble.
Yeah.
So I may or may not have signed up for pre-sale tickets. So we'll see. If
Nice,
I get 'em.
nice.
We'll see.
If you're under $30, let me know.
Okay.
Right.
$130 to watch from outside.
Yeah, yeah, from the Sphere.
Yeah.
FaceTime him or like looking at it.
So, side note, there was Muay Thai fights this weekend. Stout fought in it was like State College area. Matt is a fighter. Coach.
Yeah.
He cornered the one guy from the gym. He sends me a picture. Right, I'll show you guys a picture. So he sends me this. I don't remember what I'm doing. I'm sitting at work because it was on Sunday. He sends me this picture. Okay, no context, just two dudes sitting on a chair.
Okay.
And I go, "Who's that?" He goes, "That's Bo Nichols, Muay Thai coach from State College." I said, "Oh, that's good. Who's he cornering?" Because if I came out there and I saw Bo Nichols, Muay Thai coach, sitting in the corner,
I'm walking.
I'd
I'm
be like,
coming out.
"I'm good."
Yep.
It wasn't the guy he was coaching fighting.
No.
Okay.
He also didn't corner anybody either.
Oh,
He
okay.
was just there
Gotcha.
because there was guys like at his gym that were
So
fighting.
he was just there to support.
He was just there.
He was a homie. He's a homie.
That's all I got for UFC.
Is that it?
That's it.
Damn.
all I got.
That's unfortunate. I was hoping we would talk about this for like an hour.
Oh, I
3
mean,
hours.
the Contender Series comes on in 24 minutes. So I
Next.
could talk about
Yeah,
that.
I'm really hoping not another 3 hours.
Okay, never mind. So like I said, I'm gonna throw a little curveball.
I can't hit curveballs.
We're
so
gonna
I'm fucked.
talk about college football, boys.
Oh, we're so
Christ.
back.
College
We're
football
so
is back. Game day back. You know what's not back? That kid's shoe when he kicked the field goal.
Hell yeah, that thing flew further than the ball.
I thought it was the ball. I'm like, that thing went
I did
backwards.
I did watch it. More than the ball. I don't even know where the ball landed.
No, we're close.
The
That
ball
was-
didn't get off the ground. It like
ball
land,
didn't
it,
go
it would have
nice.
like hit where Steve's standing.
Love
Yeah.
to see it.
Pat said that was the worst.
Worst kick of all time.
He goes, "This kid is garbage."
Dude, he had like $150,000 thrown at him by Hootie, Pat, and
Yeah,
like
that's
all
right.
this
It was
other
like
stuff.
105,000.
His fucking croc went
No.
that way. Have you ever kicked the football before? No.
You
No.
ever
Right.
said a bad thing about a kicker? Yeah.
No, yeah. Oh, man.
He said they're not even athletes.
So here's my question:
That's gonna be us one day.
college game day.
Soon.
Let's say college game day comes to Pittsburgh.
Probably
Texas
hopefully
kicking.
next year for the backyard brawl. That'd be sick. Even though
Too
it's
bad
not
backyard
here.
balls in West Virginia.
Yeah, I know.
It was here a couple years ago. Are you guys making that field goal?
Hell no.
No.
I'm practicing.
No.
I would try.
With,
I mean,
with all that pressure,
33 yards.
Dude, no. Listen.
All that pressure.
There's
I
more
live for that.
pressure.
Oh, the
There's
pressure
more
hit me in the
pressure.
forehead.
There's more pressure.
would be better.
Kicking that ball than Boswell kicking a 50-yard to win at Heinz Field on the open end of the stadium.
I'd be more worried about like kicking the ball up against some person's face.
Yeah,
I
I'd be
would-
like, back up. I'd be like Grant Horvat when
Yeah,
he
they
smoked
only
that
give you
dude.
this much room to kick.
Yeah.
They
him
really
with,
do. That's
like,
wild.
geez.
If I was on a normal field, I think we can do 33. But like in that atmosphere, absolutely not.
Wasn't that Grant that smoked someone with a ball?
No, that was Garrett.
Garrett.
Garrett smoked someone right in the back.
Yeah, they were playing the Good Cup, and Garrett
Snap
smoked
hooked one.
somebody. Snap
Oh,
hooked
yeah, I
one
remember
and
seeing that.
hit him.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, no thanks. I'd be like, everyone back up.
Keep going.
Back up.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Wouldn't make it. Little college football talk here. Texas, the new number 1.
I didn't know that. I haven't seen the ranking. So
They are kind of nice.
They are.
wait, they bypassed Georgia after
Yeah.
they almost lost.
Well, Georgia.
Yeah, the,
Georgia
to
almost
Kentucky.
lost, yeah.
Georgia hasn't played anybody substantial.
They never do until the last 4 games of
Georgia,
the year.
Alabama, Ohio State.
Well, it's just the beginning of every college football season. It's just how it goes.
Texas number 1. Quinn Ewers is questionable for week 3.
He is out.
Oh, he's now out.
Yeah,
he's
they
out, yeah.
out. They
They said
told he was out.
I don't know who the coach is.
I looked a
Spagnuolo?
couple hours ago. and
It's
he
actually
listed as
Matthew
questionable.
McConaughey.
I
It's
mean,
not
it might
that.
as well be. at this
It's
point.
actually Mo Bamba because he was on my screen.
Hell yeah.
I'm pretty sure they said he is just gonna take it easy and they're gonna let good old Manning play.
Do you guys think Arch carries
Yes.
the team?
Hell yeah, dude. He's fun
Yeah,
to
did you
watch.
see him?
There was a stat. Now this might be a Twitter bait.
Oh,
Apparently,
well,
that
you
he
get your neck taken by those.
ran faster than Tyreek Hill.
All right.
See,
Yep, sit on, Dill.
No.
Just
Nobody
saying, Twitter
runs
don't
faster
lie.
than that.
Twitter don't
man.
lie.
Really?
It's
Twitter
like
don't lie.
WebMD.
Does Shannon Sharp still work for ESPN or?
That was close. I got you baited. You can see that happening. That was like a real thing.
That was like 6 minutes after it happened.
That was a long 6 minutes, if you know what I'm
That
saying.
was the next
Hey.
morning. Remember? I saw
Was
the
it?
tweet the
I
next
thought it
morning.
was at night.
No, we saw it the next morning.
So, Florida State,
They suck.
Dog.
Yeah.
Love to see it.
0-3.
Can
Hell
you
yeah.
imagine transferring like DJ? However you say his last name, he sucks.
Uga,
He
uga,
is
uga,
awful.
uga.
He was bad. Can't remember where he. Oregon State maybe was where he was.
No, he was
Clemson.
At,
Clemson,
Was he
Clemson's
Clemson?
quarterback?
It was
I thought he
Clemson.
transferred from Clemson though.
Yeah, he,
to-
he went
From
Clemson to
yes.
somewhere and then somewhere.
Oregon State, I think, was the in between.
You might be right. You might be
It was wherever he was. He sucked at Clemson. He sucked there, and now he sucks here. And he'll still be drafted. So.
Florida State. had all
drafted. He's
this-
drafted by Raising Cane's, where he's worried about a takeout.
Right.
Florida State had all this hype coming into the season, ranked number 10.
Hell yeah.
They lost week 1 over in Ireland.
Mhm.
Everyone's like, "Oh, they'll still be fine."
There
with
was a fluke.
the college
There was
football
a-
playoff, the Hispanic
Yeah,
teams.
they
like,
got
They'll be
shit
fine.
pumped the next week.
and now they're 0-3.
Yeah,
You know
so-
who's pissed? Larry. He's real
Yeah,
mad.
I feel bad, Larry.
See a Florida State fan.
Yeah.
Big
Aw,
Florida
damn.
State fan.
Sorry, buddy.
The first game they lost, Georgia Tech, he was at the Mike concert wearing his Florida State jersey. I was
Nice,
like, damn,
nice.
that's a bad look.
We're like, big
Sorry,
guys.
sorry, pal.
On to
bigger and better
brighter
things.
notes, University of Pittsburgh,
Hail to Pitt.
3-0, baby.
Let's
We,
go.
not me.
3-0.
My loyalty's still with Duquesne.
That's fine. You went
Hey,
there.
they won.
They did win.
They
They
did
beat
win.
Youngstown,
Youngstown State.
who
yeah.
Pitt plays.
Next week.
Saturday.
Well, this
On
week.
Saturday.
So
Saturday.
technically, if Pitt loses, Duquesne's better than Pitt.
Ooh.
Technically, that's how
Well,
it
we
goes.
already are better, but
Right.
Mm.
Bring back the brawl of the city.
well, that's
Football, basketball.
I was about to say they did that in basketball.
you know you
Basketball's a
should
lot
bring back hockey. We would have my inline team would have beat the brakes off of Pitt.
So week 1, Kenny Pickett was booed
I don't like that.
I don't like it at all
Bad
either.
move. Bad move.
because of what he did for the Steelers has no correlation with what he did in Pittsburgh.
Absolutely not.
He took Pitt to the ACC championship game, won them an ACC championship.
It was a Heisman finalist. He was what, 4th or
Fake
He's
slide, still sick.
Yeah,
greatest?
and there's a roll. There's a roll out,
literally
Right.
a pick- yeah.
and you
Exactly.
move him.
Nah.
Yeah, that's
If he
a,
went to if he got drafted by any other team but Steelers, you'd be on your hands and knees kissing his dude's feet.
For sure.
But just because he got drafted by the Steelers and he wasn't successful,
And he
here,
had a rough few
everybody
years.
booed him. I do feel bad for him
Yeah.
because he is known as a Pitt football legend.
Mm-hmm.
He is. He was the second best quarterback of all time, behind
Dan Marino.
Dan Marino.
Pat Bostic. Okay.
Right behind Bill Jerkovich.
Yeah. Our tight end.
Yeah. I do feel bad for Kenny,
That's
but Eli Holstein might have to
You
change
mean
his name.
Eli Heisman?
I was gonna say
Himstein.
Eli Himstein
Oh, Himstein.
because he is Himothy.
He's
Himothy.
pretty good.
He is good.
He's good. I think he's
He was the
Himothy.
he was number 29 ranked high school recruit
last year,
out of the top 300 2 years ago.
2-0.
2 years ago. Yeah,
Went to
yeah.
Alabama, redshirted him, and he said, "See you later. I'm going to Pitt."
Hell yeah.
And we're like, cool.
And I'm
Like, cool.
sitting here. I'm like, wait, we got a Alabama transfer quarterback.
A 5-star Alabama recruit.
I'm like, this kid ain't gonna be bad. Comes out week 1, slinging the ball,
We're
300
like,
yards.
Okay, maybe. Now,
Check
West
out
Penn
that
State's, we're
record.
like, okay, well,
Comes out week 2,
slinging the ball.
slinging the ball,
Against
throws for
Cincinnati.
303 against Cincinnati. 21-point
Rough start.
comeback, largest
I was
since
gonna say rough start,
1971.
but we came back.
Hey.
Largest since 1971.
Really?
Yeah.
21-point comeback, largest since 71.
Wow.
Comes out week 3 against them old Mountaineers down in West Virginia.
Well, they were here.
They were here, but the West
See you
Virginia
later.
down there.
They're down,
Down.
back down.
Down
Because they could
lost.
cue that music on their drive back down 79.
in the country roads.
They're them country roads.
Right.
Take your sorry asses home.
See ya.
Because hell to Pitt.
Remember there was only like a minute and 10 seconds left?
Dude, I'm so pissed I couldn't be there because I was there 2 years ago and it was here and we had that pick 6. Dude, that
Oh.
place was rumbled.
Hell yeah.
That stadium was shaking. I was standing on the rotunda. I thought I was going to fall. I could only imagine being there. Came away with 38-34 victory.
I was on my back deck watching that interception. I swear half a Baldwin I could hear it from my back porch. Everyone was screaming.
Before I move on to the rest of the game, I think Desmond Reed might be him.
Hmm.
He's him number 2. Dude's quick. I like him a lot.
Is he better than Izzy?
Whoa,
No.
whoa.
I'm asking the question. It's a conversation
Whoa.
starter. I didn't say anything.
Whoa.
He's pretty nice.
He's good. Moving
Jesus.
back on to the WVU game. That block punt when it was 17-17.
Yeah, where he went unblocked. He's like, hey,
Hell
guys,
yeah.
I'm just going to.
Just
He's
Don't mind me.
Don't mind me.
right around.
Yep. That was a game changer. 100%.
Yeah.
You got that. What we call there is a free possession of football.
Mm-hmm.
Well, free 7 points, too.
It's a free possession because you don't get possession of the ball. You literally anything. So I forget who was talking. It's like you
I gotta sit
can't
back down.
you can't game plan for defensive scoring, special team scoring. Like those points are just extra points onto your score. Like you could go into a game, you're like, all right, we need to score realistically 4 touchdowns to win this game, and then you throw in a special teams or a defensive score, and you're like, that's free points. I take that all day.
Absolute.
Second and 30, 3 minutes left. Ball on West Virginia's 40-yard line. Eli Holstein steps back to pass. Throws that ball right down the field, down the left side. Caught it. I'm sitting there. I'm like, the announcers didn't know he caught it at first.
We were driving to Wendy's.
We were.
Nice.
Pass interference and all. He said, "I'll take that ball." I think Day. I forget his last name.
Couldn't tell you.
Day week.
Well, the only two I know is Kenny Johnson, right?
Yeah.
And then Mumfield. The only two receivers I know.
But yeah. So that was sweet. That got us right back in the game. West Virginia ended up blowing 10-point lead with 3 minutes left.
Hell yeah.
Pretty good.
They said, "How you doing? How you been?"
We don't want it.
So game-winning score, Davis. Play before that, Eli Holstein's helmet comes off.
Yeah, you hate to see that.
Nate Yarnold,
Got to see ya.
Nate Yarnold comes in. He goes, "Who's that?" He goes, "Is he any good?" I said, "Don't matter because they're giving the ball."
Yeah, he ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah, he ain't throwing that ball.
No, especially on a 1-yard line.
No, just like the
Here you go, sir.
Seahawks,
Yeah.
all over again.
Yep.
Don't throw the ball.
Is Pitt football back? Are we back from the 2021 days with Kenny Pickett?
West
Let's pump the
Virginia.
brakes here.
Okay, so definitely sick comeback win. Okay, props, but again, that was Cincinnati. It wasn't like a ranked opponent.
Cincinnati's actually
Not-
one of the better teams.
Yeah, I was gonna say not a bad team, but again, when you're down 21, you look bad, but a nice comeback. So sweet there. I mean, obviously, screw West Virginia. So we don't have a ranked opponent to the last 3 games of the season.
We play. So I'll go over our schedule: Youngstown State,
Yep.
UNC.
UNC,
Mm-hmm.
California, Syracuse, SMU, Virginia. Right now we play Clemson. They're ranked 21. We play Louisville, who's 19. We finish these with Boston College.
The only reason why we don't play ranked opponents is because the ACC is severely
Garbage.
weak in
Correct.
football this year.
Correct. I mean, we don't play Florida State,
If
but
we did,
if
we'd
we
probably
did, they
beat
wouldn't
them.
be ranked anyway, so it don't matter. But
Could be on a feed. We'll say it right now. We're gonna be on a feed.
I hate you.
are they back?
We're winning the national
I
title.
don't know if we're all the way back. We're halfway back.
Right.
We are winning the national title.
So Pitt did get 1 vote this week in the top 25.
Yeah.
Oh, we're so close.
We're so back now.
We are getting there.
Hey, one step at a time.
That's right.
2 more things covered about college football here before I shut up for the rest of the night.
Thank you.
Sweet.
Slippery Rock.
Oh.
Shout out Slippery Rock. They're
Hell
ranked
yeah.
9th Division II football.
Pretty good.
Nice.
They're always top 10 every
They're
year.
always every year, and then they
Yep,
always
gotta
lose
go make game.
in the playoffs.
They always lose
Hey,
to what?
we can.
Kutztown or whoever else is.
Kutztown. It's in
Kutztown,
they
okay.
usually beat them in the PSAC championship
Yeah.
and lose them in the regular season.
Yeah, usually how it goes.
And then I saw this today, and I didn't know if it was real, but
It's
it is real.
It's real.
Tennessee is raising their ticket prices by 10% to help pay their athletes for NIL money.
I'm for it.
That's crazy.
Go
If-
for it.
If in fact it does go, hopefully it's not a gimmick to raise prices. If it truly does go to the athletes, I'm for it.
Yeah, why not?
It's 10%. What's 10%?
It's kind of like when
That's an
the
extra.
Pirates, you got an extra $1 ticket per ticket when they had to pay for the scoreboard.
I mean, but like
You know
$50
who
ticket,
else should do that?
$5.
The Guardians.
Yeah, the Guardians do need a new sound system. Their scoreboard's fine.
Dude, their
Sound-
scoreboard's sick.
The sound system's
No,
brutal.
it's so bad for.
Yeah, so is their
Really?
in-game announcer, Joe
Yeah.
Klimchak, top tier, number 1.
Top 2, and he ain't 2.
He ain't 2. He's
He
number
ain't
1. Whoever that bozo the clown was, and every time they got a strikeout, they sang, what was it, Flavor
was,
Flav?
Flavor
Yeah, boy. I'm like,
Yeah.
can we stop? I'm like,
God.
quit
He had-
striking out.
I think
because I'm tired of
he
hearing
had
it.
like 9 too. I was like,
Yeah, Matthew Boyd. All I kept hearing that in my sleep. But you know what happened? We came away with a victory. So who was saying, yeah,
Hell
boy,
yeah.
now? Still Pitt. That's all I got.
All right, Tiggs.
Well, technically, your takes for the day.
you're next.
All right, sweet Tiggs. Got dough.
Oh, hey. Oh. Are you calling me takes because I have both sides of the...
I was just trying to be funny, you know.
We're going to keep talking about football here.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
I
that's-
love football. Football is so
season.
back.
We'll do some regular contract stuff because it's our favorite thing.
Yes.
Cam Hayward, Steeler for life now.
Good.
Thank
You know
God.
who else is a Pittsburgh athlete for life?
Don't say it.
Paul Skeens.
Is it confirmed yet?
Confirmed. I just broke the news.
Oh, wow.
They just signed him
Heard
to
it
a
first?
15-year,
Right.
350 mil,
That's a steal.
$5 million a year.
They
all
got him for
backloaded.
Giancarlo Stan's contract.
$300 million last year.
Well, there goes us getting the bat.
What do you mean?
We just gave him all of our money that he's ever
No,
going to
it's
spend.
$5
so.
million a year. It's backloaded. We're okay. We're
Oh, he's taking a little pay
Otani.
cut.
Yeah,
Gotcha,
yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah. But so Cam 3 by 45. pretty much literally does solidify him as a Steeler for life. I don't think him playing more than 4 years, right? Especially the shape he's in. Not to saying he's not in bad shape, but had a little injury prone the last 2 years. So he's back.
How do you not love Cam Hayward? Walter Payton Man of the Year.
Good man.
Great guy.
Did you see him on the Hot Wings thing on YouTube?
I did not watch that yet.
It's pretty funny.
Hey, Cam's got his own podcast too.
Yeah, he does.
We'll be there one day.
Whoa.
Maybe we'll
Have him
collab
as a
against
guest? Hell yeah.
What are you looking at me like that for?
We already have our own.
We do have our own. But we're not to that height yet.
We're also
Cam
not a
Hayward
professional
famous.
athlete.
Yeah.
Off topic. Rank these 3 Steeler podcasts 1 to 3.
I don't know
Ben's
if I have
one.
time for that.
Ben,
Ben's one.
Christian Kuntz, Cam Hayward.
I don't
Ben
know. No,
Kuntz.
Christian Kuntz won. Big Duquesne guy.
Ben, Kuntz, Cam.
Okay.
Christian
I
Kuntz.
love footballing, which I got to listen
Shout out to
tomorrow.
Duquesne, number 1.
We're not doing shout outs anymore. Sorry. Those are cut.
Yeah.
Those are cut from the budget.
You got to pay for them now.
I know some people.
Another guy got a contract, which is Muth. They got him at 4 by 48 and a half. So it's
Good for him.
We
12 mil.
cannot ever have a tight end on our team that is not the color of your skin. That name does not end in a TH. So what the hell are we going to cheer? We had Heath.
I mean, we have Darnell
Matt-
But
Washington.
you can't say like Heath and Muth. You can't say Darnell. I mean, you could.
We could do the Pittsburgh and say Warswarm.
What?
Washington.
No.
You can't forget about Matt Spaeth. Spaeth.
Spade, yeah. Yeah, what a
Dude,
guy.
When Muth came out for his first game,
Or
everyone-
Lance McDonald. Forgot about him, the human
Vance.
trucking machine.
Yeah,
Vance, what'd I
Vance was
say?
nasty when he put that. Damn.
I said Lance.
I thought they were chanting Heath at his first catch, and I was like, wait, they
it
weren't
still
saying
sounds the
Heath.
same. It's
For Muth?
Yeah.
They definitely were. Hell yeah, they used to do that as a joke. Then they changed it to Muth because he got his respect.
Yeah. Shout out Muth.
Jesse James caught that ball, by the way.
Absolutely.
How about Dak Prescott? 4 years, $250 million.
What a waste
When
of
do we-
money.
When do we stop? We say this
Man.
every time. Like, how much is too much? And that's way
That's
too much.
too much.
Especially when,
Isn't
Two-
a game show?
On The Price is Right. That's too much.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
especially when 231 of that is fully guaranteed.
That's a lot of money.
That's
we're
just a
pulling-
bad. It's just a bad. It's a bad deal.
Is
It's
it
just
bad?
Yes. How bad is it?
Bad.
Okay, thank you.
Almost
I
as
don't
bad
think
as
he
that
deserves.
missed
I don't. He hasn't done anything to deserve being the highest
Yeah,
paid quarterback
he
in
just
the
got his
NFL.
brakes
Highest
pumped
paid
off
quarterback.
by
He's a highest
Jordan
paid
Love.
player.
Well, yeah, but quarterbacks are the highest paid players.
Well, yeah. But
So-
now he's like, I think that puts him at, what, 60?
Yeah, 60
Roughly
a
like
year.
60, and the next one's Joey B at 55, and there's like a few at 55.
Yeah,
but
it's just that's just. I don't understand what he has done. He led the league last year in touchdowns. Congratulations. He sucks in the playoffs.
Well, yeah, how many
They
playoffs?
haven't done anything. So 2 years ago, the whole I don't know city of Dallas was like, we don't want him. Get rid of him. Now they're like,
is that when he broke his leg? That was 3 years ago.
that was 3 years ago. But then now they're like, oh, he's our franchise quarterback. Make your effing minds up. Like, he's either gonna
Maybe
be
if he
the
had a
guy.
running back.
He does. He has Zeke.
Zeke.
Maybe if he had a running back.
Zeke. They're saying this is the best Dallas team on paper.
Yeah, they said that last
On
year.
paper, yeah. You write it down every year.
Right, they said that last year, and
So they
then
get
they
Des Bryant
lost
back.
half of their free agents. They didn't re-sign anybody except the big guys, and now they're saying it again. I'll believe it when they do something in the playoffs.
I'll believe it when they make the Super Bowl,
Exactly.
honestly.
They don't even really look too hot, honestly.
No, they lost.
No, they
to,
just got their.
they lost to
they
the
just got
Browns.
their shit pumped.
Shit pushed in by the Saints.
Yeah.
Oh no, they beat the Browns. They
No,
beat the
the
shit out of the
Saints.
Browns.
They
waxed the
got
shit out of
absolutely
them. Yeah.
waxed by the Saints, which
Yes.
we might cover that in a
Oh,
little bit.
oh, oh.
Hey.
Well,
But,
speed it up.
Speed bump.
Week 1, Steelers win.
Yes.
Somehow without scoring a touchdown.
I
It's
mean,
impressive.
you know.
Boswell,
I told you, give Boswell the
literally,
the
give,
jacket.
give him whatever he wants.
Hell yeah.
6 field goals, 3 over 50 or 2 over 50? 3 over 50.
Mhm.
Unreal. Weren't even close. Dead center,
Uh-huh.
had an extra 10 yards.
Hell yeah.
Easy. Fields looked good. I believe the play calling, I think it was like a more of an introductory, see how he really goes.
Well, they
Like-
also said that Arthur Smith's game plan was not to throw the ball over the middle because
Well,
Jesse
clear.
Bates just lives there.
Which is true because, last night he had an interception,
I mean,
and they didn't throw a single ball over the middle.
We're
that
also
game.
used to seeing that for the past 3 years.
Yeah.
So what's the middle of the field anyway?
Yeah. So, but he looked good. It's nice to see like an athlete be able to scramble, right? Like he can run. I forgot.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
I know you probably study a lot of film on Fields.
Big Justin
Big
Fields guy.
Fields guy.
Big Fields guy.
Should we rename Acture Stadium to Justin's Field?
No.
No, but Fox did. Was it Fox?
You talking
No.
about Trevor Lawrence?
No.
They named it Trev.
No,
they named it Trev Bank for week
Oh,
one.
yeah.
No, then it was Trevor. The bank is
Trevor.
Ever Bank, so
Yeah,
it was Trevor Bank.
Yeah.
But on CBS they did say Justin's Field.
Did they?
Yeah, remember? Yeah.
I love that.
But holding the Falcons' defense or offense, Jesus Christ, 226 yards and 3 turnovers. You okay? Did you see a? It must have been that groundhog. That was
I don't know why
outside.
he's screaming over. Jesus Christ!
Because he messed up.
Messed it up. 226 total yards and 3 turnovers.
Hell yeah.
Defense almost won that game because we didn't score a single.
That picture of
touchdown.
TJ Watt at the end, he sacks him, takes a bow.
Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah.
And then he's like,
Yeah.
"I've never done that before, so I had no option."
No,
so
like a
talk
walk
about
off sack.
talk about a dog.
Talk about getting ripped off of a sack when the
Two of
refs,
'em.
the refs came out and said that he wasn't offsides.
Oh yeah, it is what it is.
Still
Week 2,
best player in the league.
Steelers win again somehow.
We're back, baby.
We're still
Can-
back.
Can we? I just want to cover something.
We're going down. We're going down to New Orleans in February. Steelers, 49ers Super Bowl.
What are you saying?
Can we quit putting TJ Watt in coverage? The
Why?
man
He's
is
nice.
the best rusher in the league.
But not when you have him big and then.
I don't give
Heisman.
two
Heisman.
shits. The man's the best quarterback rusher in the league. He should be trying to get to that guy every play. No reason he's.
Well, he can't
needs
get
to
to him
be.
because he gets held every play.
Well, yeah, okay. So,
And they
so
don't
then
call it.
we. I'm just saying, quit putting TJ in coverage. That's all I want to say.
I mean, the one time he dropped into coverage, you got an interception, a diving interception.
That is true.
So
okay. Once every blind squirrel finds a nut. Okay.
Steelers run game looked good. Najee, I don't know. He had like 14 carries, 15 carries for like 60. I couldn't remember stats. I didn't have time to look it up. O-line looked good, except
Broderick Jones.
Roderick Jones.
Mm.
You want my 2 cents on this?
Move him to left.
Well, we're gonna get it. So
Move him to left for sure.
So he didn't start.
Nope.
You cannot bring in a offensive lineman as a substitution and expect him to be right in line with the game. He had 3 penalties on that one drive.
Yep.
How do you expect, like,
the one was soft.
it's different.
The one was soft.
Yeah.
It's
hold.
different being something as a linebacker, corner,
right.
dime nickel,
That's
safety,
your-
wide
you
receiver.
know you're getting subbed in throughout the game.
Yeah.
Correct. You get, granted, he might have known, but going from the sideline to right into game action
Without
as
an
a
injury,
offensive lineman,
it's
That's tough.
it's tough.
Yeah.
And I don't think it was the right decision.
I agree because Troy was over there, right? He was playing right.
Dan
now.
Moore.
Dan Moore, yeah, he
Dan
was
Moore,
playing.
sorry.
He was playing out too. Here's my thing with Dan Moore.
Consistency.
No, my God, it makes me want to puke.
Everybody hates him. Week
He-
one, he
he
had the
deserves it.
third highest
PFF.
PFF out of all offensive linemen.
Okay, he was the actual statistically worst offensive lineman last year,
Yeah, but that was last year.
I'm not saying he's good.
but he sucks.
We're not saying he sucks. We're just not saying
no,
he's good.
No, he's bad. I could get by him.
I don't know. I feel like he gets,
You can't, number one, bring him into the game, Broderick Jones into the game mid game, and expect him to play well.
Yeah.
You also shouldn't be moving a offensive tackle that you moved up for in the draft last year.
To a different position.
Correct.
Well, you can move him based on needs, but you don't keep him there. And
You
don't
moved
sub
him
in
you moved
for
him
that
to right tackle last year, played well,
position.
right?
Yeah.
He was drafted as a left tackle.
Yep.
We got Fontenot, who plays right
Yeah.
tackle.
So then move him back.
So then move him back to left now.
Right.
Put this back and forth shit. He's going to be our week 6 center when whoever our center is gets hurt. You watch.
I'll be
So,
your-
so you think about that, like going from playing right for so long, do you think he's going to have trouble going back to left?
No.
no.
You think he'll be just fit right in? And
Well, he better.
when does that happen? If it happens,
Like I said,
I don't see him playing this week, based on his comments.
I'm pretty
and
sure
his
they said he's
performance.
benched already.
so his comment, well, what he was saying is what I was getting at,
Yeah,
which is he's 100% true.
correct. But like from a standpoint of a coaching, you're like you probably shouldn't say that. I don't know. I don't know how Tomlin is. Tomlin's pretty strict when people say comments. So
Hey, that's what we traded Brian De La Cruz for.
Well, it's about time.
Nice.
His second as a bucko.
Broncos, Darnell Washington, first ever touchdown.
There we go, baby. Only took
Great pass by Fields.
how
great
long
route.
for an 8 fucking foot tall tight end to
Do you
catch
know
a
he
ball?
only had third point? I'm going to talk about Steeler game. The Wizard of Boz,
What
the
a guy.
Iron Leg,
Best
Hell
kicker in
yeah.
the league.
best kicker in the league. There's
Justin Tucker. See you later.
Justin Tucker.
He is going through.
He said, John Hockler.
He's choked on a snickerdoodle there.
You're what?
He said I almost
Joke.
choked on a Snicker.
He Tucker missed like a 35-yarder.
Yeah, he did.
First week, cut. See ya. Be on the bench.
big time bad.
But I think Boz is currently the best kicker in the league. Like,
He's probably one of the most consistent ones.
He has the highest percentage of make field goals, 50 and plus, in NFL history.
Mhm.
Yeah. He
Above,
overtook
like,
Tucker.
Above Tucker, above
Vinatieri.
Sebastian Janikowski, which was a goat,
Vinatieri.
and Vinatieri, who's also he was okay.
And Jeff Reed.
Well,
You know who wasn't better than Jeff Reed?
That paper towel dispenser.
Paper towel dispenser.
Going back to Darnell Washington.
Yeah.
He's 9'3". Why don't you just throw it off to him on the goal line?
There's got to be a reason why they don't use him more.
Because
like,
he's a freak of nature in the run game.
yeah.
He is a great pass blocker. He's literally
No,
literally
a
a
run
lineman.
blocker.
No, he's a run blocker.
Do you see him? And I think it was Dan Moore. Literally pancake. Both of them pancake this dude.
I mean, he's literally an extra lineman.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is what it is. I would like to use him more,
I would too. I think they will.
but it's tough when you have like Muth too. Like it's real, and then you got receivers, which we don't really have.
Russell teams that have Russell Wilson in the last 5 years have used their tight ends more than any other team in the league.
Well, good thing Russell Wilson wasn't starting the last 2 weeks.
No, but I'm
You're
saying
giving me hope that Darnell's gonna be used more
I would say he's used more.
already. But what I'm saying is, like last year, he had 7 receptions, which
Yeah.
should have been probably double that.
But
But that was last year's offense, which we don't talk about this year. But the last point I wanted to make about Steelers is there's a new Tomlinism.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if you guys seen this, but
yes,
I can't give you all the ingredients to the hot dog. You might not like it.
yes, I saw that today.
Like, what does that even mean?
You
No
know,
one
what,
knows
you know what
except
he
for him.
remind? He talks like Yoda, where you're just like,
You're like,
I
what did he
guess.
say? And you're like, oh shit, that dude's got a lot of wisdom. And you're like,
yeah, but you
he
read
talks
that. Like if somebody
if you
else,
said that to me,
if
I'd be
one
like,
if one of us said that, I'd be like, you're stupid.
yeah, I'd be like, what the hell did you just say? But it's on Tom, and you're like,
Right.
I get it. You're,
You're,
like, that
you're
makes
so
sense.
used to hearing
You're
dumb
like,
shit.
wow, I'm actually gonna put that on a billboard and
Mhm.
probably put that in an office.
Maybe we should make a T-shirt.
Hmm.
Steve, T-shirts. Quit slacking.
Work on it.
One last thing, Steeler related.
Yep.
Ben Roethlisberger just came out and said that if Russell's healthy, he keeps Fields as QB1.
Yeah,
You said it on the
Fields is
podcast?
expected.
Just said it now.
Fields is expected to start again.
No, he's starting. I think Tomlin pretty much said.
Well, they said
Roll
that
with the hot hand.
Fields says that he wouldn't be ready until the
talking about
Colts
Russ.
game.
You mean Russ?
Yeah.
Russ. Yeah.
He's
He's-
limited practice again. So
Yes.
he's
He
fine.
said he wouldn't be ready until the Colts game.
Let him play.
But here's the problem, okay? If you start Fields, let's say Russ is healthy.
Mhm.
You start Fields, he goes out there, throws 3 picks, a fumble, doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Then you go to Russ,
Yeah.
okay?
Mm-hmm.
Then Russ doesn't look good. Then what do you do?
Well, we do have Kyle Allen, so
I just don't think at this point that you started Justin Fields week 1 and 2.
He's your starter.
He is your starter unless he gets hurt. I
Yeah.
hope he doesn't
Sorry,
get
Russ.
hurt. But you can't go from Fields to Russell because then if Wilson stinks,
Yeah.
then you're
That's
bringing in the
what we
guy
did
that you just
last year.
benched.
That's
Correct.
What we did last
You
year. and
can't.
there's too
You
much-
just. You can't do that.
Yeah. 2 other week 2 topics is that the Saints have 91 total points for in 2 games.
They've
44 points against Dallas and 47 points against.
so they have 15 drives with Derek Carr. They've
Yeah.
scored on all 15 of them.
That's crazy.
Oh, well, Kamara has 5 of those 15 scores.
He
so.
does, but he doesn't get down there unless Derek Carr also does it.
Derek Carr's balling out. How about that sell he had in the end zone week
Oh.
1? Was it week 1? No, it was last
Can you
week.
can you
week.
demonstrate for the audience?
I can't remember it.
Do you see the video?
But I
It was
I remember it.
was JC Horn, and he was, I guess, talking shit to Carr, and Carr looked him dead in the face. He's like, I put up 3 touchdowns on you.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh.
Hey.
I would retire.
Carr struggled in Vegas.
They didn't have a line.
Who else did he play for?
Oakland.
I think that was it, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just the Raiders.
He struggled there. But
They
now
didn't
in
have a
Saints, he
line.
might found his team. Olave, GOAT. Kamara, pretty good.
Pretty good.
Rashid Shaheed, he's pretty good.
I love him.
What a
He's-
guy.
What a guy.
Yeah, he's a
quick.
little fat.
He's
He's a
real,
little
he's
bit.
real quick.
Mhm.
real quick.
And screw Brad because I was going to pick him up in fantasy and he bid like $2 more than me.
Damn.
And I was going to play him and he was on your bench.
I think you should
Take
trade
the loss.
trade for him.
The last thing I want to cover, and it was news this morning, is that Bryce Young got benched for Andy Dalton.
Yeah, he did.
Damn.
I
So-
don't think a lot of people are comparing Bryce Young to CJ Stroud. I
Whoa.
don't think that's a fair comparison to
Hell
make
no.
Hell no.
because the Panthers organization sucks.
Shambles.
Shambles.
They suck.
Yeah.
They don't have a running back. They have Who's their receivers? Thielen?
Deontay and Thielen.
Well, yeah. So Thielen, they don't have a line. They don't have a defense.
Yeah.
You literally took a 4'6" college senior. You put him into that offense, and you said, "Here you go." You shot his confidence right in the foot. They did everything that the Patriots are doing with Drake May and protecting him and being like, "Hey, we're not starting him immediately.
Yeah.
We're not in the place that we feel like he's ready."
Yeah, because you're gonna get
The
killed.
Panthers should have the Panthers should have done the exact same thing with Bryce Young. Yes, he's the first.
They should have
He's
kept
the
Sam
first
Darnold.
overall.
Learn a little bit.
Yes,
Not look at him.
like you put him in a position where he was never going to succeed, and now you're trying to what? Save the season with Andy Darnold?
Dalton.
Dalton?
Dalton. You
I don't
pulled
know.
him
I
in.
was thinking of Sam Darnold. But
Um,
like, you're trying to save the season for what?
Yeah.
You suck.
Yeah.
There's no reason. What are you saving the season for?
He has the third worst winning percentage of quarterbacks with at least 15 starts. He's like 1 in 14.
You're putting him out there though against like.
Yeah.
I mean that division's bad, but you're putting him out there in a position where
Gonna fail.
he's never going to succeed.
Yeah.
If you were to put Stroud in that position, I don't think we would be sitting here talking about how great Stroud is. I think
No.
he.
I think it would be the same
do
thing.
I think Stroud is better than Bryce Young? Yes, I was always on that boat. You could ask any of my friends that I'm in my dynasty league with that all took Bryce Young over Stroud. You're all stupid.
Oh.
However,
They all took him. That's crazy.
They all did.
they all said that they valued Bryce Young over him. That's like this year. They were all like, "Oh yeah, J.J. McCarthy. Fuck that dude."
Whoa, hey, JJ's good. He just has a.
I don't
has
like
a
him.
tear in
He
his
has
meniscus,
as
okay?
many touchdowns combined as
JJ.
Caleb Williams, Jane Daniels, and Drake May. But Drake May doesn't count.
Right.
Sure.
But like you're putting him in a position where he's
To fail.
Yes, he's never going to succeed. And you know what's going to happen? They're going to bench him. What do you think that's going to do for him?
Yeah. Well,
Definitely boosts his confidence.
He looked like he was about ready to cry.
Pat, I was watching Pat this afternoon, and he brought up the point is that the GM from last year, this was his pick. The GM this year is like, I don't want this guy, but you're stuck with him, right? So you have to ride him. You can't just be like, see ya, dude. Like, it's
Yeah, but
not
then
an
they're-
ideal
We're getting in the conversation of, do you look at possible trade?
Not yet.
No.
Not yet. I think you still give him some time.
You
Maybe
don't
to
have
learn.
you don't
I
have the
know.
pieces to even put them into place to have him succeed,
That's what I was
to
gonna
be
say.
able to make that decision.
They don't have any weapons
Yeah,
at all.
it'd be like,
They got
Now,
Deontay
if he
Johnson from us, and it was like, yeah, that's our solution.
hypothetically, if he was failing in, say, Philly with all those weapons, then that's a little bit different.
San
But
Francisco, like if he's in San Francisco,
you look at
failing,
Brock Purdy.
different.
Yeah.
Philly, different. Even if you put him on the Colts with AR situation,
Yeah.
that's still a better situation because
Yeah.
the offense is still good.
Yeah, Michael Pittman. And
Right.
you have a running back.
You
and
have,
a decent
you have
line.
Pierce, Mitchell,
Yeah,
Taylor.
Michael Pittman's just non-existent. Shout out my fantasy
Yeah,
sleeper
I mean,
pick.
So-
you're doing real good at drafts this year, aren't you?
You just you put him in a position very early on to fail. He failed, and now it's like you have Canellis that
backpedaling.
you have Canellis there who was supposed to be the Baker Mayfield whisperer that helped him revive his career, and then he comes on and be like, "Yeah, f this guy. We're gonna go
See
with
ya."
the 44-year-old redhead and see what he has to offer."
Hey, to be fair, Dalton played in one game last year. I'm taking this from Pat. He was like 32 of 47.
He was real
for
good.
336 yards.
He
and 3
played
touchdowns.
really well. He reminds me a lot of like Fitzpatrick towards the end of his career,
Where
where
he
you're
just keeps rotating.
well, it's like they put him in. You're like, oh shit, I forgot he was in a league still.
Mhm.
He
Like,
balls out kind of, right?
yeah, it's the same thing. So, I don't think Bryce Young is a bust. Like, I don't think to label him as a bust right now is a fair assessment of where he's at in his career.
He will not go down as the worst number one overall draft pick.
No, that's DeMarcus
Marcus
Russell.
Russell. Yep. Literally easy.
Say,
Easiest
that's
answer of all time.
yeah.
Two more things I want to cover is that since we only do this podcast every 2 weeks, right?
No.
We're going to cover about the next two Steeler games, okay? A little precursor. We got the Chargers this Sunday at
Dub.
home. First home game of the year.
Big dub.
It's going to be a tough game.
No, it's not.
I don't think so.
They stink. Next.
I don't
next
know.
topic.
I don't know.
The Chargers have the best defense in the league. They've allowed 13 points. Now,
They've
that
also
was
played.
to the
Who they
Panthers
played.
and
Our
the Raiders.
defense is a little bit
But
better.
and big what if is that Herbert plays because I know he has a high ankle.
I
so-
would smash the under of whatever that game
I-
is.
My pick is that this score is going to be a low scoring game with all defense.
I would smash it. It's probably like I think
It's
this.
37 and a half.
I was gonna say it's probably right around 36
Yes,
and a
dude,
half.
it's bad.
Last week was 36 and a half for
Yeah.
us.
So
Smash that.
I still have the Steelers winning this game, but it's going to be another close one. We're going to be sweating. Boz might make another 5 field goals.
He might.
Might have to.
I'll tell you what, though. You know who looks really good for the Chargers, and I could not be happier for him,
Just
Is
one
J.K.
week.
Dobbins.
is Dobbins.
He's
I thought you were
running.
saying Quentin Johnson.
Me too.
No. I mean,
Has he caught a pass yet this year? Or is he dropping?
Johnson
Quentin
just had
Johnson, he had
2
two
touchdowns.
Yeah, he
touchdowns.
just went
Oh.
off. Yeah.
Oh, he usually drops everything.
Yeah, I mean, for Dobbins to come, he was on Pat last week. We all watched that.
He's on Pat every week. He said.
Oh,
he said
is
that
he?
he
J.K.
wants.
Dobbins is?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
He said. Was he on yesterday?
I don't know. I didn't watch.
I
didn't
didn't
watch
watch
it.
today, so he's on yesterday. He
Well,
says.
today
He says
was
that.
on.
He says that he wants. He was on today.
No, he wasn't.
Oh,
it
then
was
it
Aaron
was
Rodgers
yesterday.
Tuesday. So.
Yeah.
So,
So he says he wants to be on every week at Pat now.
so he had a leg injury 3 seasons in a row. He's only 25 years old.
He had
Which is
two-
crazy.
2
What-
ACLs and an
That's what
Achilles.
Pat said. Pat's like, it's crazy that we forget that you're only 25.
He was, as the Ohio State guy up here, watching him play in college, he would run over teams. Like he was one of Ty and I's favorite Ohio State guys when we were watching that, like that round of Ohio State guys. Run over dudes.
Yeah.
I
That team was
could
gross.
I could not be happier for him to be.
Ohio
Was
State team.
Fields his quarterback? That's what they were talking about.
Yeah.
Yes, and then they also had
Who was before Haskins was before Fields?
no Haskins is way before Fields.
Whoever was before Fields, I think, had him for a little bit too. Either way,
Anyways.
again, I hope he doesn't do anything this week. But
Yeah, true.
in terms of the season, I hope that he stays healthy.
He deserves it.
I
He's
could
been
not be
through it.
happier for him.
I'm also glad he's not with the Ravens anymore.
Yeah,
'cause,
F them.
I mean, if he was healthy with the Ravens, that this year
He told the Raven, he was telling them, he's like, I dedicated, like, I came and I was putting in work, and then they pretty much told me, like, thanks, but no thanks. And he's like,
He's on a revenge tour.
yeah,
Really.
a damn good one.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And then they got Derrick Henry. Who's
So
doing
what
shit for
year
my
was
fantasy team.
he there?
Fields
Dobbins?
hadn't been-
Dobbins.
Well, if he's
Oh, he's
25,
25?
that had been 19. this
So
time. Maybe 21. 21 probably.
so Fields was their quarterback in 19. Stroud was 21, 22. Dwayne Haskins was 18.
Okay.
I think he was there. Yeah. I was going to say, I thought he was there when Haskins was there because I remember watching them together. Also, his first name is Jay. It's like Jay Kellen. Jay Kalen.
J. Kalen.
Yeah, I'm like, tough.
Jacqueline.
But the last
He
one-
was,
never
so
mind.
he's at Ohio State 2017, 18, 19.
So he had Haskins
So
and
he-
Fields his last 2 years.
Pretty good.
Rest in peace.
Like I said.
Bring him here at the deadline.
And then we're talking about the Colts game, which we're probably going to lose.
Easy.
They benched Taylor in the 4th quarter.
Weren't they winning?
Yeah.
He also had 130 yards. So
They
I didn't
benched him in the 4th quarter.
They
They
said
were
you
gonna
don't
be
need,
afraid to
you don't
play.
need to be out there.
AR, Taylor, going to be a tough combo to shut down.
I don't know about that.
I agree.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be tough.
I don't know because they haven't played teams that have
I don't even know who
decent
they played.
defenses. Like Anthony Richardson, I think between college and pro has played
No, there's one way.
Colts played the Packers.
Who's
the
pass-
Packers? They
Texans.
lost
Who's
to.
the Texans aren't bad.
They lost to 2 by the Texans. They lost to the Packers by 6.
There's two good teams.
Yeah, but who from the Packers is the pass rushers? I couldn't name them.
I couldn't name them.
I can tell you what though, Will Anderson looks real sick for
Yeah,
the
he does.
Texans.
Yeah.
If you have T.J. Watt come around a bend as fast as he comes around that bend, I would like to see how Anthony Richardson does against that, being as young as he is.
I'm gonna say he also has better legs than the quarterbacks we faced.
Oh yeah,
so far.
1,000%, and he has a rocket.
Yeah. Maybe Michael Pittman will have a decent game. At least to get you 6 fantasy points.
Unless
instead
Casey
of
kills
0,
him again.
probably. Unless who?
That is true.
Casey kills him again.
Actually, he probably is going to get shut down because he'll probably have JPJ, and JPJ is. I think he had he's let up 4 catches for 30 yards in 2 games.
Yeah.
He's
JPJ
nuts.
Island.
Yeah.
Without the penalties, he's the
I was
highest rated
Literally just gonna
quarterback.
say that,
They
but the
were-
penalties kill us sometimes.
They were talking about.
You ever notice that when he takes the penalties, it's
yeah, it
on
wasn't like I was talking
It's
or
on
anything.
plays he gets beat.
Yeah.
It's always on plays he gets beat.
Well, they were talking about it on I don't know whatever I was listening to last night, but so basically in college, and JPJ came out and said it. So in college, they let you get away with more tugging of the jersey.
100%.
And he's like, so that's been a big transition point for him.
Yeah.
It's a habit.
Get beat, he got beat.
It was against Cortland Sutton.
Yeah, and he grabbed his whole jersey. In college, they let that go. You're allowed to do that.
Well, you better get your shit together here because this is year 2 for you. So
True.
I think
get out of that habit.
I think we drafted him in the right spot, and I'm happy with how he's done so far.
Oh yeah, for sure.
How could you?
Yeah. But the Colts game, I think we have to score more than 20 points to win this game.
We ain't winning with less than 20.
No, and that's my prediction. We have to score at least 20.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the over in that game, whatever that is. It's probably also going to be 38.5 because neither of us can. I think the Colts scored 10 points last game.
27 a week prior.
In 27, so not much going on. But
Two good defenses.
Watch out
though.
for Pierce down the middle of the field.
by the way, as a collective group, we did the predictions for the Steelers schedule. We predicted 10-7. So far, we're 2-0.
Woo!
We have both games right, so we're doing good. This week we predicted a loss, so we'll see how this one
Yikes!
goes.
was not a part of that.
You were in Alaska.
My bad. You were on a fishing trip in Alaska.
Deep sea
Scuba
fishing.
diving in
Is that all you
warm
got?
waters of
Yeah,
Alaska.
that's all
I have one last thing NFL
Sorry,
related.
yeah, we're on to the next topic.
Okay.
Time's up.
I don't know if you guys saw this on Twitter. There is a fantasy football player out there who has
I
a
did see
whole
this.
starting roster of all
That's
different
Hart.
players.
Yep.
Jordan Love, Mostert, Walker, A.J. Brown, Debo, Njoku, Cooper Kupp, and Graham Gano. Your kicker's hurt.
Yeah.
That's tough when your kicker gets hurt.
Yeah, that's
is
when
there
you're in
defense
shambles.
out
yeah,
too?
I hate to see it.
Yeah, the Saints.
Um,
That's tough.
yeah,
And
I saw that
A.J.
this morning.
Brown says he's out week to week.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, he said he's probably out week to week. Debo's also hurt.
Debo's
McCaffrey's
out
on IR. I
a
mean,
lot of big names going down.
there is a lot of Puka and Cooper Kupp are both down for weeks.
Yeah, they're choppy.
I would love to see who they're going to throw the ball to.
I have their only receiver on my fantasy team.
Who?
It's
Robinson.
Allen.
no, Wardell.
I forget what his name is. Hold on.
Wardell Robinson, the one who played for the Giants last year.
You know who they should sign? Sterling Shepard, so he can get injured again. They can
And
join.
dropped 6 balls again because he's not.
DeMarcus Robinson.
DeMarcus.
Yeah. Justin Jefferson got hurt.
The,
Yeah.
the
St.
more I
Brown
watch,
got
the more
hurt.
I hate him.
Who else got hurt? Joe Mixon got hurt.
He was fine.
Nah, he's
though.
fine. All right.
They
Don't
said
put,
he
don't
was
put
fine.
my fantasy team in
I'm
Saint-
just talking about people who got hurt.
Saint
Rashad
Brown-
White,
Can
Saint-
T. Higgins quit being a bitch?
Evan Ingram got hurt.
T. Higgins.
Ferguson, Njoku.
St. Brown got hurt, but he's fine too.
There's a lot. I mean, T. Higgins still hasn't played a game yet.
Thank you.
There's a lot of top players in the league that have gotten hurt in the first 2 weeks of the season.
Yeah, so it's definitely a Steelers year.
We own the North,
We do.
as Zach likes to say. We could be in the middle
Of
Jerry's
Baltimore?
world, and Zach would be like, "King of the North, we own the North."
I mean, we are 2-0 in the North. Technically, we are at the top.
We are at the top.
The only team at the top.
Moving on here, a little bit of baseball. Tiggs isn't here, so we let Corey take the reins on this one.
I'm going to step up to the plate with this one.
I get it. And swing and a miss on a fastball of Paul Skeens.
No, I'm hitting 15.
All right, Corey, let's see what you got here. I think this
This
might be your
this is-
first sports talk since WrestleMania.
Since I dropped wrestling, yes, this is my first
This is a
topic
big
of
moment.
conversation.
Since he wheeled out 4 pages of WrestleMania notes.
This is going to make or break your contract extension. By the way,
We're hoping
okay?
it's going to be a break.
A break. He's like, I want out.
Yeah. So Tiggs did kind of cover it last pod, but we're gonna keep going with this Ohtani and Aaron Judge conversation. I am gonna change a little stat here. Shohei did in fact
I was
hit a
just gonna
home
say that.
run,
Did he?
so he's
Yep,
at 48. and
48.
48.
That's dangerous. We're getting what territory, Core?
Well, he's going for a 50-50 win.
The first one.
Is that impressive?
First one
That's pretty
ever.
impressive.
Is that
We got
cool?
he got 12 games to do it.
I mean, I
Against
think-
absolute
I mean,
shit
Against,
teams.
as you can see, we got Miami, Colorado, San Diego, and Colorado again.
Now we're
It's in Colorado last
The
season.
last- yeah.
A lot of
yes,
dinger
3 home
opportunity
runs.
there.
yeah, he's
Because
gonna
I
he's
took
gonna
my
ship
home run
pump one.
challenges. I gave him one of mine, Freddie Freeman. He took it in Colorado. I took him bets in
Yep.
Colorado.
Mhm. So I don't know. Possibly
he
get
gets it.
it done.
No,
Oh, he's
Possibly
getting
get it
us.
done.
12 games for 2 home runs, and he might finish stolen bases
Dude.
tonight.
He might do
He
60
could
and
slide.
60.
He could slide in a second today and tear everything in his knee.
Stop.
Jeez.
I'm
He'll
just
throw
saying,
over
dude.
again.
He's on my fantasy team. I'm allowed to say that.
Speaking of Ohtani, did you guys see that they're not rolling out him pitching in the postseason?
Yep.
And I hope
Whoa.
he does. and
I think
hope he
I told
gives
you
up
that.
9 home runs in the first game.
Well, he would only do that if the Pirates were in the playoffs. So,
Yeah, true.
Yeah, only Henry Davis.
Yeah.
That's the only pitcher he can hit right now.
but we got Aaron Judge sitting at 53 home runs as of right now. He also has 12 games remaining, looking to break that record of 62 from 2022.
he plays bad teams too, though.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
got
but he's-
Seattle, Oakland,
Yeah.
Baltimore, and the Buccos.
He didn't have a home run for like 40 at bats.
It was like 14 straight games.
Yeah, it was strong.
And then you know how he broke it? Grand
Grand
Slam.
Slam.
Yeah, he fucking nuked that one.
He's not breaking
So,
it.
No.
yeah, I feel like he was on a kind of a struggle there for a while
Only
with
14
home runs.
games, yeah.
It was a it was you. I think you were the one that told me it was the longest.
15 was his
Is-
all-time
yeah.
Yeah.
longest drought.
So I don't know. I mean, it'll be interesting to see for sure. I mean, we obviously, as a group, think Otani will do it.
Otani gets it. Judge doesn't.
I think Otani does it in the Miami series.
I mean, obviously, probably. But yeah, it'll be something to watch, definitely, especially since Aaron Judge ends against the Buccos. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, easy.
Playoffs will probably be close to our next pod, if not maybe a
Our
couple
next
days
pod
after.
is the day after season ends.
Okay, so we'll be right around the playoffs. So teams in as of now, we got Yankees, Guardians, Astros as your AL leaders with Baltimore, Kansas City, and Minnesota in wild card spots. Next closest team, you're looking at Detroit at 1.5 games out. For the NL, we're looking at Phils, Dodgers, Brewers with San Diego, Arizona, and the Mets in the wild card spot. Next close being Atlanta,
That's
1 game
crazy.
out.
Atlanta.
Isn't even in the.
Their
well,
whole
they're
team
one
is
out.
hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Acuna's out. Strider's out.
Well, the
Is,
season
Albies
gone for the
hurt?
season.
He should be coming back.
Albies should be coming back.
Towards
but
the end
he
of the
was
month, I
hurt. They
think.
lose Swanson. I mean, for the Braves to still be there, Braves are real good. Briley was hurt half the year.
Mm-hmm.
The AL is a lot more scarier than the NL.
Yes.
Oh, 1,000% it
Besides
is.
the Phillies and Dodgers, I think anyone in the AL could win the AL, like go to the World Series. NL, I only really see the Phils and the Dodgers.
It's
unless-
crazy to see Baltimore in the wild card spot for how good they are.
Yeah.
Well, they're
Because
like
them
a
and the
game-
Yankees are.
They're only a game like a game or two behind the Yankees.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really hope Detroit gets in.
You think they get in over Minnesota?
that
I
underdog
mean,
team.
Baltimore's going to get in. There ain't no
Baltimore's
way.
getting in. KC's getting in. Minnesota, it's not that I don't want to see them in. I really want to see Screwball
Just
in a
absolute-
playoff atmosphere in Detroit. I think that
yeah,
would be...
after the struggles they've been through.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're kind of the small market team that a lot of people compare us to.
Telling you, bro.
Holy shit.
I'm telling you.
I would really like to see Detroit get in.
We got any early predictions on a champion as of right now? Or do we want to wait for takes to cover playoffs more
Who's
before
takes?
we...
Yeah, we'll wait.
We can wait.
Okay.
We'll wait.
But that's good to know.
Because it would depend on who gets in.
Yeah. We'll let him take
I'm
over
picking
playoff
Atlanta.
talk. So...
Takes when you come back, if you're watching this, which you probably won't, but you probably should, you should cover it.
Hey, shout out to Ty. I'm taking the Braves.
Into some Bucco
Next,
talk.
don't
yeah.
even say it.
Boom!
Officially eliminated from playoff contention.
I saw that this morning. Hey, give it up for the Buccos.
Yeah,
another
woo.
solid year.
Yeah.
Boo!
Last night, Skeeners was on the mound. Solid start.
Rookie of the year.
Strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 earned run, but again, couldn't get the win with only 4 total hits and no runs coming from our bats.
That's embarrassing.
Skeens is included in the latest all MLB team prediction, so props to him.
You know who's not?
Jackson Merrill.
Do the Sockos play it safe and shut them down the rest of the year? Probably the safest move.
I would say yes.
I say one more. I think he
Let
needs
him go one
start.
more.
One more starts and then
Let him do one more.
because there's
But-
no need. Like you're literally playing for nothing. I mean, if we lose out, we probably get a top 5 draft pick. So, or well, chance
Another
sorry,
one.
lottery.
Yeah, another
Another
one.
one.
Another one. Yeah, I think he should be shut down.
Yeah, I don't think he...
I don't even think you risk it, honestly. I mean, he's too good. Obviously, he's proved himself, I think, enough for
You
the
know,
whole season.
you know who I would shut down now? Jones.
I would have shut him down after last start.
Yep. There's no reason. He came fresh. He's out of an injury. Just
Yeah.
Yeah, and he hasn't been looking super hot. Like
just let him
there's-
throw balls into the outfield during BP like he did when we were in Cleveland. And
Yeah, he'll be okay.
So we got Cruz going through left ankle discomfort at the moment. After slipping in the outfield, it seems like that was bound to happen when you play shortstop and get moved to center. For God knows why at the end of the season, but he's dealing with that.
He's a much better center fielder than he is a shortstop.
Yeah, do we like him in center?
I love it.
I don't mind it.
Has he missed any fly balls yet? I don't think so.
No,
Does he start in center next year?
no.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
think he does.
Yeah. Who else you gonna put out there?
Swinski. Right.
No, I don't think
He
they
might
put
be in
Switzky
double A
out there.
next year.
Oh, God. He
Might
might
be
be
over in the
packing
green
bags
league.
and, yeah.
You know what? Him and Polanco could be over on a team together.
Right.
So we had Nick York make his debut last night, going 0 for 3 with a strikeout, stolen base. I mean, obviously his first game, you're going to have some butterflies, but excited to see what he's going to bring to the table in the upcoming games and for the future of the team. We also had Roberto Clemente Day. That's come and gone. September 15th is a day that all MLB recognizes the great one. Pirates played on that day against the Royals, got a dub 4-3.
You know who was the season ticket member
Season
of
ticket
the?
holder of the game.
Yep,
You want to tell us?
Johnny
Boy.
D.
Big Johnny
Oh, yeah.
D, baby.
Hell yeah. But I mean, you don't want everyone to play the Buccos on Clemente Day. You're gonna get shit on, right? Like that's a guaranteed win.
You should probably go back and look. We probably have lost over the last 6 years, and this year we're just not going to win.
I mean,
You know who did lose? The person playing spot the cow.
Yikes.
Yeah, that was. I heard through a grapevine that. I mean,
It was a valiant effort.
in his defense,
Whoever was playing spot the cow, valiant effort.
I would also probably miss it. I'm not going to lie to you boys.
I mean, there was about 30 people there, and he's wearing all red.
I still couldn't see it. I guarantee.
I was getting concessions. I was
getting a grilled cheese.
I was getting mozzarella sticks. And the cow walked right past me. The amount of people that wanted to take pictures with it was
Like adults or kids? Kids are okay.
both. I'm like, this is kind of weird. Like,
I mean, it's like taking a picture with the pierogies. Like, do we really need to do
yeah,
this?
but
the pierogies I could
the
understand.
cow,
Yeah, definitely not the
It's a
Chick-fil-A
Chick-fil-A
cow.
cow.
Nah, bro.
buy the stuffed animal.
It's probably like $30 now.
I could
It's
understand.
it's one tender meal.
It's what?
It's one chicken tender meal.
To get a
It's
plushie?
one kid's meal. You get a little plush cow.
Oh, it comes with the meal?
Yeah, it's like that big.
Shit,
Fire.
I'll have to go one after this. Damn, bro.
You'd
Go on
probably be full
Sunday.
after that.
But
I was
Go
just
on
like,
Sunday, there's no line.
yeah, yeah.
there's no line.
You walk right in.
Pirates got 12 games left. We're currently playing right now. I think we're winning 1-0, but
Tied 1-1.
1-1.
okay. So we got 3 technically left with St. Louis. We're at Cincinnati. Last home series is against Milwaukee, and then we head to New York, as I was saying before. We're sitting at 71 and 79 right now. Can we finish 500
No.
or even above?
Nope.
No confidence.
I don't think so.
I don't even think they hit 80.
There ain't no way. I'm saying.
No, they hit 80. They got after tonight. They'll have 11
2,
left,
3.
I think.
Yeah.
Or 10 left.
They have to win.
They have to
8
win
of the- 8 of
9.
the- yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think they hit 80.
I say 76.
75.
I'm going 76.
I'd say 75 is a fair number.
What was the number
It
we
was
get,
80.
Corey?
80 to jump in the river.
Yeah.
Bro,
That's-
imagine they
that's-
win 10 in a row.
I mean, we're
He has
still alive.
He has
I mean,
medical
it's still-
condition. He can't. He
No.
He took. Corey said, "I'm not jumping the river. I'm taking the easy way out."
I mean, you don't have to jump in the river, but you can walk. I mean,
You have to-
I
you have to-
technically am not allowed to jump into river water.
What about dip your toe?
I could do like.
How about
Wait, can you dip your
wait,
hair?
wait, time.
No. No.
Corey actually has to go to the North Shore steps
yeah.
and go
The
swimming.
bath.
That's clean. It's chlorine. It's clean water.
That
is chlorine.
is heinous.
It's chlorine now.
Oh,
It's hella chlorine. You can smell it.
Yeah.
great.
It-
Yeah. I'll
he
sit
said
next
it's
to the
hella chlorine.
I'll sit next to the people while they do the shampoo and everything in there too. Yeah, I had a question there about Judge potentially breaking the home run record against us, but we said that already.
No,
So,
ain't gonna happen.
ain't
Ain't gonna happen.
I guess we got some things to look forward to
Unless
by the
he
end of
hits
the
like
season.
4 and then he hits 7 against us. That's the only way.
Hit
Which is possible.
7.
It's possible.
It's definitely
Two-
possible.
3 a game.
3 game.
But question to leave on the table: what are some things that you want to see happen during the offseason?
Fire Shelton.
The first baseman.
Get Shelton out of this team. Get
So
Shelton,
here's the thing.
Haynes, see ya.
Ben Sherrington came on was the radio or press conference or whatever
His
and
weekly
said that Shelton's coming back next year.
Yeah, but he
Not
also
gonna
said
happen.
we are extremely
exactly
confident in
right.
O'Neal Cruz playing short, and then 3 days later he's in
It was
center
8
field.
days later.
So it's
But-
like you can't as a general manager, I don't think it's the right move to come out and say with 15 games left, 20
You
games left
cannot.
of the season
Nope.
that Shelton's not coming back next
You
year.
can't say it.
You can't.
Because why not just fire him now?
Right.
Correct.
Like, what's the point of keeping him for another 15 games? But he's also said that when Clint Hurdle was the manager and Neil Huntington was here.
Yeah, and
they
he
both
got
rid of them
booted.
after saying the same thing. So I truly don't think he's here. There's no way he's here.
I don't think so.
He has the worst win percentage of like coaches of 5-year tenure,
Of all time.
I think, of all time.
Yeah.
That is awful. You're awful. You're awful. That's it.
He doesn't do anything good. He doesn't even get fired up when there's bad calls. He
just-
has no fire, none.
I don't get what it is. Like, it could be the manager, or it could be just our players suck.
Our players are
Like,
great. They
we
have
can never.
talent.
I don't think our players suck.
It's just we can never like figure it out. These last couple years since we've made the playoffs last has just been like so much hype, so much like we can see a really good team happening here, and then it ends up like a season like we are in right now.
I mean, if we don't lose 10 games in a row this season,
It's just it's so just disappointing.
It is.
But
next
Hey, next year's our year.
yeah, we've been saying that for the last 5, but here we go, baby.
Pirates World Series
25.
54.
We'll have kids. We'll be taking our kids there.
I mean, we're leaving the kids at home. We're going.
Our kids might see.
We're doing a
World
live
Series.
broadcast there.
There we go.
Our kids might see a World Series before we do. So
That's not at all what I thought you just said. What I thought you just said was our kids might see my titties, and I was like, "That's crazy."
you never know.
Hey, you know what Kevin Garnett once said?
Possible is anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I thought Tom would say.
I was gonna say, okay, Mike.
Possible
Mike
anything
Tom.
is.
So yeah, that was my first attempt at baseball talk. Hope you guys enjoyed.
I feel like you did really well.
I do
Appreciate
too.
that.
I think so too.
You came very prepared.
You like that?
I thought you were gonna take a long time to get through these notes. I was kind of shit talking you maybe a little bit earlier today.
No,
But
we were,
It's
we were
also
getting
kind
there.
of like towards the end, so we don't need to go super in depth, but you covered the main points.
I think
See
you
that?
did a really good job.
Appreciate
I'm
that.
proud of you.
Hey, can you give me a fist bump?
Yeah, I got you. I want to leave you hanging all the time.
Well,
I was
Table.
cracking. Wait, Dill's sitting here like this, and you're literally like this,
5 seconds. I was like,
and he's like, "Okay,
Listen, I was baffled. Okay, rough start. We got through it.
oh,
Always a
hot
rough
start.
Now moving on to bigger and better things.
Yeah.
It's game day, baby."
Back to me. What I come here to do every 2 weeks. All right. So obviously we're down to teammate on this side.
Still the twos over there.
So
Still 0-3.
can't really do a team
I'm the
activity.
2.
Can't really do a team activity. So I figured we'd do another fantasy draft.
Cool.
Okay.
We just did one a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
Right
I
out
guess.
back.
Is
Fantasy
anyone,
football.
Right.
is any one of us 0-2? Anyone?
Yep.
I'm 2-0.
I'm 1-1.
I am
I
0
think
2.
I'm 1-1.
I
James,
have,
I got 13 leagues. I don't know which league I'm.
That's an accurate
Oh, you know
statement.
what?
here.
You did lose after scoring 170 points this week to Tiggs.
It's all right.
That
You
was
want
tough.
to hear the worst beat of all time?
yeah.
I lost in Maddox's league, 136.38.
130.
No, sorry, 136.37 to 136.38.
Ooh.
I lost
would've
by
dropped. I would've left the league.
0.01.
Would have lost the league.
Everyone in the group chat's like, "Oh, they're all like GG's, like hell of a matchup." Did I answer? No.
All right. So I left the fantasy draft like not for you guys to see because I wanted it to be a little surprise. So you guys couldn't like do research or anything.
We're doing the NHL draft right now.
Yeah, I would be down for that, but no. So our fantasy draft is going to be things to eat during Sunday football games.
Ooh,
Every
okay.
Sunday,
There we go.
what are you going to draft to eat on the table? You know what I'm saying? But we can't do this just.
Cookies, chips.
Can't we do this?
So I got.
Snickerdoodles.
Give me a number between 1 and 10.
7.
All right, this is determining the draft order.
Okay.
I have all of our names in our randomized.
How many rounds is this?
1,
It's got to be 4. Like
2,
It
3,
reminds me of Grant on
Four.
back
Yeah.
1.
5. What did you say? 7, 6, and 7. Du Bois, Dylan, to James, me. Thanks.
I'll take 2. I'll take 2. Let's go.
Is it a snake draft?
That's actually crazy because I made an outline
see.
way before we did any of this.
I can't. I
And
can't
the
see.
random
Wear
order
sunglasses
was
on.
how it was. That's pretty weird.
You know what they say?
Couldn't tell you why I can't see.
God's plan.
Uh-huh.
God's plan.
I get the first overall pick.
You do.
Buffalo chicken dip.
That's a great start.
Great. Son.
It's a snake, right?
Not me saying "oh" as if I fucking eat that.
how many rounds? 5. Okay, I like 5.
All right. So yeah, 5 rounds. Du Bois had buffalo chicken dip. Dylan, you're up. You're on the clock.
I'm going. We can probably do this. We can probably split this up.
How about you just pick it?
Chips and queso.
Dick.
Well, you can
Chips and
also do
queso.
chips and salsa.
So wait, are we
No, just do
chips
chips.
and queso, or are we saying like nachos?
Chips and sauce.
Just say chips and dip.
Yeah, chips and dip.
But there's 7.
But buffalo
there's
chicken dip is a
7,000
dip.
dips. So
Yeah, but that's not. You don't. You eat. I don't feel like you don't eat Tostitos with that, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Just give Dill chips and salsa.
I'm taking.
With
I'm taking.
we'll just do chips, salsa, and cheese.
okay, we'll do that.
I'm taking spinach artichoke dip.
Absolutely not.
I gotta
No,
go.
that's okay.
I gotta go to my staple
Uh-oh.
of my diet.
Grilled cheese.
No, that's not a. It's not a Sunday meal.
I'm not eating that on Sunday. I'm just eating that before I come
He's
here.
eating that every. He's eating that.
I'm just
Monday
eating that
through
before
Saturday.
every hockey game.
Yeah.
I'm going with a little bit of diet pizza.
Pizza.
Diet pizza. Literally write it down. Is that hard?
He said,
He said what?
All right.
"This sucks." 'Cause I also work
I'm
Sundays.
definitely going chicken wings,
Yeah, that's a fair guess.
Oh, I forgot you were in this draft.
and then I go back. I go back to back.
Back to
Little
back,
snake.
like,
So I'm gonna go.
96, 97.
I'm gonna
back
go
legs for the
wings, and I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go nachos.
Okay, nachos are different than chips and queso.
Hmm?
Nachos are all together, right?
Nachos
Mhm.
with all the toppings and that shit.
Supreme.
Yeah,
Supreme nachos.
absolutely.
Okay.
James, back to you.
It's tough.
Yeah, because
I'm also running out of things to
well,
think about.
my
Like
problem
deadass.
is I work, so I haven't sat and watched football on Sundays in
Yeah.
probably 6 years.
Yeah. Mhm.
I'm gonna go with fries?
Pizza and fries. This guy's a 3.
Well, I was gonna say chicken tendies, but
You're up.
Give me hot dogs.
Not a bad. That's not a
Give
bad.
me-
take.
I was-
I am going
I was
with
thinking about doing that.
Yeah. Oh, you got back to back.
Yeah, you do go
back to back.
Yep.
I'm going with the 502 Barber Drive Special
Yeah.
hibachi. At the turn,
At the turn.
Get a dog.
cookie cake.
Okay. Damn.
Hibachi and
I'm going with the
cookie.
Whittlers.
Detweilers.
You took. That's like taking a few kicker early with the desserts. You went dessert.
Hey,
Hey,
it is
it,
only 4 rounds.
wasn't going to come back to me. I had to take it.
That's a good. Damn.
All right, though.
I think I'm getting smoked in this.
Yeah, you got hot dogs. Oh,
Chips and cheese and salsa and hot dogs for dinner.
I got pizza and fries. That's
yeah,
more acceptable.
Remind me if Dylan ever holds a Steelers watch party, I'm not coming. This guy's serving chips, cheese, salsa, and hot dogs.
Oh shit.
Wait till I hit you with the Italian pasta dinner.
Ooh. Hey,
Um,
that's actually not a bad one. Pasta salad.
We gotta go with the side. We gotta go coleslaw.
Get the shit out of here.
I'm never coming to your house for a Steeler game. Oh god. All right, to James.
Hot dogs and coleslaw.
Oh,
Keep talking shit.
Goddamn.
Keep talking shit.
I'll go with the Pittsburgh staple of pierogies.
that's nice.
I've never had a pierogies during a football game. Okay.
I would eat
You
them if
guys
they're
are-
on the table.
I feel like people eat those regardless.
I'm going pepperoni rolls.
That's a solid choice.
That's a good. That's a good one.
choice.
That's a good one.
Good
I just
choice.
went with the whole pizza.
Yeah.
Pepperoni rolls, and then
Is it diet
Start
pepperoni
off.
rolls?
you know, I'll go hot sausage.
Okay. That could pan out really good or really bad.
Yeah, I don't have a dessert yet, but I feel like
Wait, how many rounds?
How many rounds are we
Five.
doing here?
5.
Okay.
So
That's
we're
good to
on
know.
4.
Good to know.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm taking my dessert right now. Oakmont Bakery cookies, specifically those.
Oakmont Bakery cookies.
Yeah, you ever have those?
Yeah, they're
Oh
fire.
yeah.
They're right up there with the Whittlers or the Wattlers or whatever.
All right.
Detweilers.
Bam.
Chips, hot dogs, and coleslaw. What else is on the menu?
I ain't doing that
You
bad.
want me to put Kool-Aid on here? Huggies.
Tell me I'm not that bad, right?
He's gonna say Prime Energy drinks. I'm gonna punch him in the face.
I haven't had this in a while, but I'm going Swedish meatballs.
That's not bad. I'd
Swedish-
eat those.
Swedish meatballs.
All right, ready for mine?
Yeah.
You better
get-
not take mine. You're
here
gonna
we go.
drop
I get back to
Back
back.
to
You're,
back.
you're definitely not taking this.
probably
All
because
right,
I
This
probably
is
don't.
for the win.
Let's hear it.
For the win.
Sandwich ring.
Oh, good pick there. Wow.
I'm not a sandwich ring guy, so I'm out.
Last one. Ice cold beer.
I mean,
Do we have to take drinks?
I was gonna say, so you're gonna supply the beer for everybody.
I mean, I usually supply all
That's-
the beverages to everybody. So
All right.
That's fair.
Good though. Now, end on a good note here.
and on a good note.
Hell yeah.
Oh my God.
Here
I'm
comes,
going.
here comes Cheez-Its.
Cheese it slap.
He's gonna say Swedish fish.
Oh man, I'm going regular New York cheesecake.
Bro, what?
Okay.
What?
No, I like cheesecake.
I feel like my draft's pretty good.
I'm gonna
Minus the beer
We're gonna review them. We're gonna
and
review
the
them.
sandwich ring.
All right, the James gonna end on a solid note here, bud.
I'm ending on pigs in a blanket.
No,
Oh, I
absolutely
love
not.
it.
0
Those
out
are
of 10.
gas too.
With a little barbecue sauce.
Yeah, lost me on that.
Sorry. All right.
Still said
Do I go dessert here?
What else are you gonna go? You gonna go another main entree?
Usually we end desserts.
still talking shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Running
with,
out of time. You're about to get auto picked.
No, we're gonna go with pretzel dip.
I was gonna say pretzel bites. I thought that would have been a really good one.
If I didn't say beer, I was gonna go with the my go-to pretzels and cheese dip.
Yeah. Did you ever get
Yeah,
the one
it's not
from
bad.
Sam's, the big ring?
Yeah, I get it from
Oh.
Johnny Gaudreau. Yeah,
So here's a review of our
Here we go.
draft.
You guys. I'm just
Review
Do
Dill's
boys.
first.
We're gonna go Dylan last. Dubois, we got buffalo chicken dip, hibachi, cookie cake, sandwich ring, and beer.
that's pretty good.
Sounds like a good tailgate to me.
It does.
Wait,
That-
tailgate or Sunday? There's two different things.
I mean, you know,
Dill said I was bamboozled.
hold on. Hold on.
obviously.
well, technically, I'm not making a bocce to tailgate.
I mean, you could.
I'm just saying.
You could
I
take your black
have-
zone with you.
I did have a little bit of a advantage to this because I happen to host all of our tailgates and all of our Steelers watch parties.
I host WrestleMania. We usually
Yeah,
do
you should have
pizza.
said Foxes.
Mm.
Yeah, that shit's gross.
The James, Speaking of foxes, we have pizza,
Diet.
fries,
Diet pizza. Don't.
pierogies, Oakmont Bakery cookies, and pigs in a blanket.
I feel like I didn't do too bad.
I'm literally bringing my Tums to that one.
I'm bringing my thumbs.
Go
I
for it.
have wings, nachos, pepperoni rolls, hot sausage, and a pretzel dip.
Honestly, I might go to.
that
A's.
ain't bad.
Like, that might be.
Yeah, you
Might
know
be
who I'm not going to? The next
mine.
one.
This
There we
one.
go.
We got
Yep.
we got the special diet at the Kovac residence with the
Special
Okay,
diet.
nothing wrong with this pick.
chips with cheese and salsa. I mean, it's not bad.
You started really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one's also,
Hot dogs is
I mean,
it's
there's a
give or
lot
take.
of-
Depends on where you go. I don't have a lot of hot dogs during my Steeler games. Maybe during the Pirate games.
Yeah, you do have a lot during Pirate games.
Um, but you hit us with the coleslaw. You hit us with the
You
left
gotta have a side. You gotta
with the
have
left
something.
uppercut
Could
there.
have picked any other side.
He said, "I'm gonna pick a side.
Maybe like
Coleslaw."
Doritos.
No.
I was
Too basic.
I was
would rather
hammering
have
that
Doritos
bag.
and coleslaw.
You are hammering a Cool Ranch bag.
Then you came back a little bit with the Swedish meatballs,
Yeah, crock pot Swedish meatballs.
and then you ended with the New York cheesecake,
yeah.
coleslaw and cheesecake, with hot dog water and chips with cheese. And
I'm not
salsa.
boiling the hot dog.
I'm just gonna say
Hot
that,
dog water.
that is a mean dookie we're all gonna be having at your place.
I still think I did probably the best.
I think Corey did the best.
Well, my thought was we would put it on Twitter again. Let the
We will
people decide.
I mean, we're gonna decide.
Yeah, I if anyone votes for you,
God bless.
we report them and block them.
banned.
It's just
Against-
Bailey.
You're banned. Sorry.
I like that, Corey. That was cool.
Yeah, appreciate that. Next time when Texas here, hopefully, and all of us are again present, we'll do another little team activity. So
I can't wait to lose again.
Still the twos over there.
you might as well beat a threes after your fucking draft.
He's the fours. He's the 2, 3s, and 4s. You know what you're not? The ones.
Ooh,
Speaking of the ones. Yeah. Let's continue with the winning streak over here. Hockey season's right around the corner.
It's coming real quick.
I can feel the
It coming in the air
briskness
tonight?
of the ice.
The brisket.
Brisk.
Pull.
You could have said
Sliders
that.
would have been a good one.
oh yeah, sliders. We kind of forgot about the sliders.
I got the sandwich ring, but pulled pork sliders,
yeah.
gas.
Yeah, so just some housekeeping stuff. We talked to, I think it was last pod, I was talking about how Krug might miss the entire season. It is confirmed he will be missing the entire season with an ankle injury.
Well,
that
shit.
sucks.
Corey's going to draft him in the 4th round.
I've always liked him. I've liked him since Boston. I hope that he recovers. I think he's a big part of that Blues defense. So hopefully he recovers just fine. Ankle injuries are kind of tough because with skating, kind of need your ankles.
Yeah, I think that's him.
Might need those ankles.
Might need them.
Sorokin could miss the start of camp. He had back surgery.
From carrying a team.
Yeah. He's actually starting the first year of his extension. He is, I would say, a top 5 goalie when healthy.
I'd agree with that.
He doesn't get talked, I would say, in the New York media, he doesn't get talked about as much because you have Shesterkin, who is a top 3 goalie, maybe a top 2.
Top 2.
And I just think both New York teams, sick goalies, which sucks for us because we have to play them a lot. But I think when you watch them, like I saw watching Shesterkin live in Madison Square Garden was really, really sick. He just feeds off
He's
that.
a baby back bitch.
Dill, you couldn't put a puck in on him if you wanted to.
Dill couldn't score on me if he wanted to.
I
That's a
100%
lie.
could.
You want to try it out?
Yeah.
All right.
Next Eagles game, warm-ups.
Okay.
Oh baby.
Must be nice to get warm, so I usually don't. I usually get branched in about 5
Warm
pucks.
up? What do you mean you're sweating your ass off before you
Yeah.
get out there? You're warm.
He's like, hey, can you just put the fan up my back?
I'm about to get one of them neck fans. No bullshit.
I
Never play out there again.
I mean,
No, goalies do out there.
Yeah, they do.
Really?
oh,
Yeah.
really?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's like 95 degrees.
I mean, yeah. I just one puck to the fan.
Ty was
and-
telling him, Ty loses 3 pounds when we play at Neville Island.
First game I lost 3.5.
Who needs cardio? Just play out there every 2 weeks.
That's what I use as my cardio.
Yeah, I usually don't play that.
We had, I think earlier in the offseason, I was talking about how the Hurricanes wanted to re-sign Jarvis, and they did. He gets 8 years, $63.2 million.
It's a lot of money.
That is a lot of
Well,
money. And he,
What, 8 by
almost,
8 by 7, 9, 7, 8?
yeah, it's 7, 8.
7, 9.
Yeah.
Um,
Big
Big math guy.
I think that's. I don't know if it's. I don't think right now that's a fair offer. Like I think that that's a slight overpay right
I
now.
was gonna say 6.5.
I think that's a contract where they're hoping that he grows into that role. I think he will. I think he is really good. I wouldn't be surprised if he is one of the biggest Hurricanes in the next few years. I think once Gensel left, they were like, "Oh shit, we got to
we
resign
gotta
him."
do something. Yeah. 8 years is just a lot for me. I don't
A
know.
lot of them are
Just
8
a
years,
lot.
whether they stay or not. I think he will stay the full 8 years. He's really young too.
Depends on what the team does. They might tank and they might say we have to ship
Good.
him off.
You're not wrong.
You know who is going to tank next year?
The Oilers.
Yeah.
Leon signs for $112 for 8 years, making
Dumb.
him the highest paid NHL player.
Dumb.
I think that is stupid.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
The Oilers are gonna run into the same problem that the Maple Leafs have. You're gonna tie up all of your money up front in your top 3 to 4 guys, and then you're cooked. I think Bouchard's coming up next year,
Bouchard's next.
and he's anticipating $10 million a year. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, so say they have all these. They have Darnell Nurse at 12, right? McDavid,
He's
Leon,
at 13.
Leon, and then
14,
Bouchard. There's
and then-
literally
Right.
50 mil. There's 50 of your 90 mil.
You still have Nuge too. Like I don't know what him Hyman.
Hyman's going to want a lot of money.
Hyman's gonna want a lot of money. All he does is stand. He's like the patented backdoor guy. He
He's
just
like
stands at
he's
the
like
back
new
door.
age Patrick Hornquist.
So
Good for them. I hope they.
I
lose
understand.
everything.
Like I understand why he's the highest paid NHL player. I really do. I think that he is a top 3 player in the league right now. He puts up a lot of points. He is always consistent. Like he never has a bad game. Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final, bad game.
Yeah.
But $14 million on a team that again
can't really afford 14 million. Yeah.
right. This is whoever their newest GM is, because since they let Ken Holland go,
After game
it's
7.
I think it's Scotty Bowman actually.
Oh,
This
that
is
makes
like his first big move.
When's McDavid due for a new contract?
Not for a long time.
He was just signed 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Last year, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
All right.
They did him 2 years ago, and then they think they just did Leon. Again, you have Stuart Skinner. Like he's gonna need a new contract, and it's not like he's
That's a hell of a mustache he has, by the way.
yeah, that's
Hell of a mustache.
sick. Nice old school.
Almost as good as this. This is better.
He ain't even paying attention.
No, he's not paying.
He don't even know you're talking to him.
Get off your phone, Tiggs.
I'm doing research actually.
On what?
A hot take.
You'll see.
On my prospect, that's my hot take.
My mustache is kind of nasty though.
Next, we had JVR signed with the Blue Jackets for 1 year. JVR kind of reminds me of Andy Dalton, where you're like, oh shit, he's still in the league.
I saw that for league minimum. I was like, dude, just hang it up.
He hasn't been productive in
He has scored more than 30
3?
points in the last 4 years.
3-4 years.
Yeah.
He hasn't been relevant since he was with
Maple
Philly.
Leafs.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Maple Leafs.
Philly, he wasn't that good. Maybe his first year. But that's it.
He's just at that age where I think he's just playing like you don't sign in Columbus to chase a ring.
Ring. You signed there for.
You sign there because you want to play.
It's probably the only one who gave him a contract.
Right.
Speaking of that, someone going to sign Phil?
No.
No,
No.
he's like I can't remember how. It's either I think he's points away from 1,000 points or games away from 1,000.
Bring back the bird.
But it's like a minimal number,
He wants to play apparently.
I don't
but no one wants to give him
understand-
PTO.
which I don't understand. Because there's plenty of people in this league right now getting PTOs out of left field,
Yeah.
and he's not one of them.
Well, remember he had the one with the Canucks, and apparently he didn't look so well last year with the Canucks.
He was really out of shape.
Well,
They
yeah,
said.
he was. He was bad. He was huffing and puffing after one shift.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand how he doesn't have at least a PTO.
That's all. Bring him back.
He's.
We need wingers.
Could you imagine if
Nick
he
York's
comes back
first
here?
MLB career here at the Stadium.
Good for him.
Could you imagine though if he came back here? If he's not here for his bobblehead night, I'm pissed.
He's not even in the crowd. Or are you saying he should be on the ice?
No, he's on the ice. Put him out there like Yager was out there. We all skating around with 81s,
And hot dogs in your hand?
Hell yeah.
along with your coleslaw and New York cheesecake.
Yep. Keep talking. Keep talking.
Next, we do have a little bit of a prospect watch since camp's starting.
Did you just miss the biggest point of the day?
I was gonna do that. I was gonna read it just that.
Okay, I'm making sure you can't go out of order.
I thought you were just skipping it. Not
I
like
thought he
anything
was too. I
big
was gonna be
happened.
like, bro, what?
No, I was gonna do that at the end.
Okay, carry on. Carry on, Sensei.
Carry on my wayward
So-
son.
Right now we're getting deep.
The Flyers prospect, is it Meechov?
Meechov.
I don't know how to pronounce it. He looks gross. He scored in his debut. He also pulled a Michigan in practice.
I saw that.
And they were looking at Torts, and Torts just was like,
He's like, I don't know what you want me to do.
really hope he doesn't become a penguin killer here,
He probably will.
but he looks like he's about to, so that's gonna be great.
Good for him.
Next we have Shane Wright. I'm really hoping this is the year for him. He was drafted 2 years ago. He played really, really well under Bausma in the Kraken's developmental team.
Mm-hmm.
Now Bausma's the head coach. I think this is the year that he just comes up and stays up. I think it's probably really hard for somebody to go from the be that fringe guy from the AHL to the NHL, back to the AHL, back to the NHL. Like that's got to
a
be
lot of
tough.
movement. Yeah.
You can't get your feet settled.
No, and it's a different speed.
Who did that for us last year?
Chad Ruedel.
No, it was
there's a lot of wingers.
Saint
no, not
no.
St. Ivany.
it was
Pustonen did a lot. after
Pustonen
that.
did it.
no, there was one guy I can't remember. Fuck, it's gonna bother me.
We'll do some research.
Anyways, we'll carry on.
Yeah. So again, I hope Shane Wright. I think he was regarded as it was like McDavid got drafted, and then Shane Wright was supposed to be between McDavid and Bedard as like the next guy, and he.
You sure that wasn't Matty Beniers? I thought Matty
No,
Beniers
it was-
higher
no,
than
it was-
Shane Wright.
No, it was Shane Wright, and then
Look at him.
it was just like
Yeah, he didn't start off very hot.
no. So again, we'll see what he does. Next we have Logan Stankhoven.
What a name. Gotta take some pills.
I was like, why is my alarm on? I think he's a sleeper for the Calder. He was named AHL year last year. He
What
plays for
position?
Dallas. I want to say he's a forward. I think he's a center.
That's
With
pretty
a name like
specific.
Stanko,
I
you better
think-
be a center.
I think he's a center.
Okay.
I watched very limited film on him, but what I have watched, he looks pretty fucking good. I think he'll play along with Wyatt Johnson. So you have
Okay.
two young guys.
Alex Nylander. He could make that drive with his eyes closed.
Oh,
Alex
yeah.
Nylander wasn't even a Penguin halfway through the year.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but he was doing the
He was doing
he
the
was doing
AHL,
this.
NHL, AHL, NHL,
I don't think
NHL.
And then he
Yeah, he did
and
it
then he,
twice.
and then he went to the Blue Jackets
he did it
and
a
lit
lot.
us up and like
He didn't play a lot, but he was on the NHL roster a lot, back and forth.
yeah. Next we have Will Smith for the Sharks.
Not to be confused with the Dodgers
I was gonna
catcher.
say,
Yeah, there's a
the
lot of
actor,
there's
like,
a lot
how
of
many
there's a
Will
lot of
Smiths?
Will Smiths floating around. He's looking to be the number 2 center behind Celebrini. He has great speed. He processes the game really quickly. Those are just some prospects that are outside the Penguin system that you probably have never heard of besides Shane Wright.
How's Celebrini doing? Is there any watch, or is he just average? Like, what's?
Everything that I've
Where
seen,
you take him in the first round?
I sure am.
everything that I've seen says that he's supposed to be just as advertised. Again, I think that Sharks team is going to be kind of similar to the Panthers, where it's a lot of like
Who signed there for a lot of money?
the goalie.
No, forward.
Who? Where?
Toffoli.
Yeah, it was Toffoli. Yeah.
Oh, it's a fully fine like 6 years, and we're like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were like, that came out of left field.
Yeah.
Again, I think the Sharks are in a better spot than the Panthers. They're kind of both the bottom dwellers of their respective.
Bottom dwellers because they live in the ocean. Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Okay.
You know what else
Uh,
lives in the depths of the ocean? That Japanese
Deer.
spider. You know about this Japanese spider? So he was at the Ripley's Believe It or Not.
You remember when I
in
said I have a
Tennessee.
game?
And there is a Japanese spider that lives in the depths of the ocean that can grow up. The legs can grow up to 12 feet long.
Oh shit.
What? Hold on. What he didn't tell you is when you walk into the room is black. This side there's like a giant octopus. This side there's like jellyfish. I don't know. The back side there's like whatever. In the dead middle of the room, it's this huge tube that goes down. They literally are just like Klingon warriors onto like the glass. And I'm like, I said to Ken's, I said, what's that? And she goes, oh, I don't know. So I like started reading it, and I'm like reading it, and it's like the legs of the giant Japanese spider can grow up to 12 feet. I said, Ken's, come here. Can you read that for me? And she's like, oh yeah, that's not bad. I said, not bad. I said 12 feet. I said, that's a pool.
Yeah, that's about as long as this wall to wall.
I said, you know what I would do if one of those things got me? I would listen, I'm all for ocean conservation and everything. I'm burning it down. The whole ocean to the ground. Like,
Oh my gosh.
Side note. We're doing stat bat here. The longest one ever recorded was 3.1 meters, which is 10.5 feet.
Can I see a picture of one of these things?
10.5 feet.
Can I not?
Yeah, you know what 10.5 feet? That's Yao Ming and Muggsy Bogues stacked together.
That was like a crab.
Yeah, it's a crab.
It's a crab, but they call it a spider?
This?
Yes.
Yeah, it's just a crab.
Yeah, look
Yeah,
at
I
that.
die.
Dude, I'd eat
Just
the
a
shit
crab.
out of that.
I
You
was.
know how much meat's in those legs?
Hell yeah, that's what I'm saying. With some butter?
I don't think you guys understand how close I was to FaceTiming him and just be like, "Yo, look at this."
Yeah, he would have hung up so quick.
I almost deleted Corey off Snapchat when he sent me spiders in his room. You sent me that thing. I'm deleting you off
Yeah,
life.
but you would have mistaken that for a crab if you didn't know that.
No, buddy, I'm not. That's not Mr. Krabs.
Well, Mr. Krabs only has, what, 4 legs? Anyway.
But the second to last topic that I would like to cover is Sid finally gets his extension done for exactly 8.7 annually for 2 years.
Best in the world.
Don't say it.
Steal.
Thank you.
Steal.
Don't say what?
When you have Leon signing for $14 million and all these massive contracts come out for 10 over, for him to we haven't
That's
said
a
that
5
yet.
out of 5 on the boom meter.
That is a listen. He's gonna end his career here like he should.
I think he signs a 1-year extension afterwards.
I do too, but I think that he will have a statue outside of PPG.
It's going to be right at center ice.
He'll
Gotta
have
skate around it.
his number will be hanging in the rafters. He
Hey, and Rathers, it'll be. There's
re-
last game.
rename the arena.
Sidney Crosby Arena.
Sid the Kid Arena.
So, Malkin is done in 25.
Yeah, and I think he's done. Like I think he's done.
So, Sid is signed this year. No, sorry.
Sid's the next.
Malkin is done in 27.
Oh, that's gonna suck.
No, he's not. He's done in.
And then when Sid and Letang go to the
His
Canadians,
last year will be.
He's a free agent in 26. So, he has this year and then next year.
Malkin
Which
wore
is what
the
Sid
suit.
has.
Correct.
No, Sid has an extension.
Sid
He
has
this year
Sid.
plus
Sid
2
has
more.
this year and then through 27.
Yeah.
When's Letang through?
Like
Same one.
no, Letang's
No,
longer. than
Letang's
that.
long.
Letang signed like 7 years.
He's the youngest of the three.
Correct, but he did not sign a 7-year.
No, it was 4, I think.
Letang signed 6 and 36.
Oh.
So Letang is a free agent in
27.
28. So I think that right now it would look at Sid's this year and then next year and the year after. So I think Letang will be 40 in 27-28 his last season. So I think Crosby might sign one more. Could you imagine here? Okay, obviously this isn't for the best of the team, but Malkin, Letang, and Sid all last year is 27-28.
What it should be.
That's what I would do. Now, granted, are we going to not be good? Yes. But
We're
to-
already not good.
to see all 3 of them play their last season together, all together, and then all retire at the same time would be sick.
It was be storybook.
I think at the end, I think when they are done, all 3 of them are in the ceiling of the arena.
100%. No one's
Yeah.
ever going to wear 58, 71, or 87.
No. There's no what that group of players meant to, especially us. Like we
Of
grew up
course, been through it all.
with them.
Yeah.
I'm crying just thinking about Sidney Crosby's last game.
Like that's just
You know what we're going to be? Sitting
In
in
the
section 232.
like that's just in
You know how much those tickets are going to be?
yeah.
Buddy, I got them already.
We got season tickets. I'm adding to his plan.
Congrats. I'm just saying.
I'm added to his plan.
I'll
We have
FaceTime you,
we have
Corey.
to sit on the roof.
Yeah, I mean, I think that like you said, that's a steal.
And then you signed Fleury in 27-28. All
No,
4
he
go out
said
the
he's
same time.
done. Fleury said he's done after this year.
Doubt
And
it.
bring back Sergei Gonchar
He's a coach somewhere.
I forget
and
where.
Dupuis and Talbot.
Honestly, all
Colby
the reporters saying that Sid was gonna get traded, so it was gonna go this way and that way. They're all Canadian reporters, right?
Yeah.
Sid was never leaving Pittsburgh,
Nope.
and I guarantee you this contract has been done for a couple days before it was announced, maybe weeks. I honestly couldn't imagine him in another jersey.
To be fair though, I was thinking when they announced it, I was thinking like The fact that the Lightning, and we covered this a few episodes ago, the fact that the Lightning let somebody like Stamkos walk right out
Who
that
was
door.
their long tenured captain?
He's
the
who
same-
was
it's the
great
same
in the
as Sid.
community.
Why?
It's the same exact thing, and you're just like, okay, we're gonna extend Hedman for the same exact price we just gave.
I don't understand how you look at that situation though, and you let somebody. And I said this then. I don't understand how you let somebody like that go.
You can't.
In my eyes, and granted, I'm not a GM. I don't do logistics or anything of the NHL, but like you can't. Like to me, you don't let somebody like that go.
You can't.
You can't.
Who's wearing the seat down Tampa now?
I would
The Kucherov?
imagine Kucherov or Hedman.
Hedman.
Or
One of-
I don't
Vazzy?
think that's it.
Vazzy goalie captain?
I think it's gonna be Hedman.
It'll
Yeah.
probably be Hedman.
I would assume.
Hedman, Kucherov, and Point.
Or Jake?
Right.
Right.
I just
They
again.
give it to Nicholas Paul over Jake.
I think Sid is for
when
people.
when you say Pittsburgh Penguins hockey,
It's Sid,
it's
Yonder
Mario
Yager.
and Sid.
and I mean Yager's in there too.
But just think, like our parents growing up had Yager and Lemieux.
Mm-hmm.
We had Sid, Malkin, Letang.
And
Our
Fleury.
kids aren't gonna have
You
shit.
could add Fleury in there. Oh yeah, our kids are toast.
Well, I mean, Barrasso and Coffee, too.
I mean, yeah, but when you say Pittsburgh
Francis,
Penguins
like
hockey, who do you
Francis.
think
Yeah.
of?
Mario.
You think of Mario and Sid.
Yeah.
And to be in the point where you had Mario all the way up. Now, granted, he had cancer and he retired for that short period of time. But when you had your greatest player of all time play with the next greatest player of all time
Mm-hmm.
in the same season, and just to see how much Sid grew from day one until now and until his next 3 seasons, I mean, it's honestly just crazy to think how blessed we were.
And you'll never see that again, probably.
No. That would be
Like-
that would be the same as like Sakic playing with McKinnon or Gretzky playing with McDavid. Like you even in sports right now outside of the NHL, you don't see people like Sid anywhere.
Mhm.
There isn't one. I would say the closest thing to Sid that any of the other leagues has is LeBron. He literally transitioned you went from Jordan early into the early 2000s. You kind of had like Shaq, Yao Ming, and then you really Kobe. And then you went straight into LeBron. Like they're in baseball, and it's a little bit harder in baseball because there's so many different teams. There's so many different players, right? But like, there's nobody like Sid there. There's really nobody like Sid in the NFL. Like, yeah, you went from Manning, Brady, Ben, Rivers, like that whole quarterback, Eli, like that whole quarterback group. But like, who do you have now?
Mahomes.
Right, and he sucks. So
Derek Carr.
like, I'm not a big Mahomes doesn't do anything for me. Like I can't put him in the same category as a Sid because he hasn't done anything like to the level that Sid has done. Mahomes has been consistently great for 7 seasons. That's fantastic. Sid has done it for 20. Who the
Yeah,
heck?
it's just too early.
Right. Do I think at the end of this conversation, do I think Mahomes is in that category?
Probably.
I 100%
Absolutely.
do. But to compare somebody in 7 to 20, I don't think that's a comparison. I think like I said, I think LeBron is kind of the only one that's in that conversation. Would you guys agree with
Yeah,
that?
that's pretty fair.
I just can't believe that Cam Hayward's a Steeler for life.
All right, we ready for the last topic?
No.
I just can't get over the fact that
Well, he's not either.
Sid's going to be here for 3 more years, and then that's it. I can't believe I did this whole podcast with my mic off either.
Could you imagine?
I'm just kidding.
Last topic is a little bit tough. I think it's tough for. I don't need that. I've read over what I was going to say for weeks now.
Weeks.
The last 2. It's been 2.
Throw my neck.
I think that it would be a disservice to not mention what occurred on 8/29. I think it was we recorded 8/28, and it was literally that night that we heard that.
The rumors, yeah.
Yeah, we heard rumors that it could have happened, or we thought it was going to happen. The next day, it came out that Johnny Gaudreau and his brother Matthew were tragically killed. I think that there's times in sports where it transcends the sport that they play. I think this was one of those times. I think the last time that I remember something like this happening and the world kind of standing still for a lot of people was when we all heard the news that Kobe had passed away.
I remember what I was doing that day.
I do
remember
too.
too.
I remember
I was-
where I was sitting.
I was sitting not here, at my parents' house, in their basement, on Xbox with Tiggs, got a notification that Kobe Bryant died. I'm like,
Yeah.
Tiggs, Kobe died. He's like, good one. I'm like, no, dude, like,
Right.
Kobe Bryant's dead.
I checked every single news outlet I could to make sure that was an accurate thing.
I was sitting at the Cool Springs desk with Jake, and it was like Sunday, like Kids League, and we're watching like ESPN, and they're like, Kobe died. I was like, nah, change your channel. That's wrong. And no, it was real.
And I think this was similar, right? We all heard it, and we immediately were like, no shot.
Yeah.
Like this is not something that would even kind of register on the Richter scale of what could have happened. So the fact that it did happen, I'm not going to go into details of what happened. I think that by now everybody should know that. I think what is different is, so I wrote down my thoughts on the situation. Get your tissues ready, bitches. Here's what I have to say. So
Yeah, just leave
That
it
was
there.
actually kind of impressive.
You know who's really good at tissue
I'm
pulling?
practicing for.
Oh, for
Christmas.
Christmas? Yeah.
So, I've had the pleasure, I would say pleasure, of knowing somebody that was very close to him. Travis, who was one of our guests not too long ago, was teammates with both him and Matthew. Zach and I talked to Trav the next day. That's a conversation that I'm going to choose to keep private. But here are my thoughts on it, just as the hockey guy here. But his legacy is a testament to his boundless potential of heart and determination. He was the smallest player drafted in his year. His journey from the ice at Boston College to the NHL was nothing short of extraordinary. His college career was marked by remarkable achievements, including he had an MVP performance at the Beanpot. He led his team to a national title, all while choosing to stay for his junior year to play alongside of his brother. That was also the year that Trav played with him. He won the Hobie Baker Award as the NCAA's top player, and that was really just the beginning of his career. He was drafted by the Flames. He actually skipped the minors and immediately made his mark on that team, becoming one of the franchise's all-time greats with 399 assists, 609 points. His decision to sign with Columbus was driven by a desire to be closer to his family, making him one of, if not the first high-profile players to join the Blue Jackets via free agency. For a player often doubted for his size, Gaudreau leaves behind a void that can't be filled, not just in the record books, but in the hearts of the fans that were captivated by his brilliance, his passion, and his unwavering belief in himself. As the cities of Columbus, Calgary, and Boston, his family, kids, and wife navigate their grief, Johnny Gaudreau's passing serves as a heartfelt reminder of life's fragility. His ever-present smile and his infectious joy on the ice were a testament to his love for the game and his vibrant spirit. His legacy, embodied by the young players that now wear the number 13 and emulating his electrifying style, underscores the fleeting nature of our time. Life is like an hourglass. Each moment is precious and fragile and finite. Johnny's story reminds me that while the grains of sand fall away, how we choose to live and choose to inspire and choose to love defines our legacies. His memory, a blend of brilliance and warmth, will continue to shine brightly, reminding us to cherish every moment that we have and make the most of what we have. Rest easy, Johnny Hockey. Your impact on hockey and the hearts you touched will forever be remembered.
That's pretty good.
Bill's over there crying. Yeah, take those glasses
I'm
off.
not crying. What the hell? I'm going to go home and cry.
I think that I had time to sit with it. I knew that this was going to be something that, as the hockey guy again, that I would have to cover. I have a very unique perspective on death and passings. I've lost a lot of people very close to me in a short amount of time that I think should still be sitting here and I should still be friends with and still be talking to. I don't think this was easy. I don't think it's still easy. I think that as the season goes on, you're going to see a lot of things during the season that are not going to be easy. I think drunk driving, texting while driving like an asshole, speeding, there's no place for it. There's no reason to do it.
I agree.
To any of my players that I've coached, to any of my players that I currently coach, I tell them all the time, if you need help, if you are struggling with something, if you are ever in trouble, to call me. My phone is always open. That extends to anybody in my life because I would rather be the one to go and get them than have something like this happen. I think it was senseless. I think that it didn't need to happen. And I think that the hole that it has left not only in our lives, but I think in everybody's life that was impacted in any way, shape, or form by watching him or supporting him and his brother for that matter. Like, it's just there's never going to be another Johnny Gaudreau. There just won't be. There's never. He was 5 foot. I want to say he's 5'9".
I thought he was short.
He was. When he was drafted, he was 5'6".
Oh.
He's 5. When he passed away, he was 5'9". As a smaller guy myself, I used to watch him and think and there's a lot of people of similar stature that would look at him and say, you know what, this is possible, because there was never anybody like him, and again, there will never be anybody like him. So I think I can extend it that all of us are there with our thoughts and prayers towards his family and anybody else in need. And that's my thoughts on the matter. If you guys have anything else to add, feel free to add. But if I keep going, I feel like I'm probably going to get a little more emotional. So,
not
13 gets raised in Calgary and
Columbus.
I think it should be. I mean,
not to bash on anyone on this podcast. However, I think that James was the best one to cover this topic.
100%.
He's the best speaker out of all of us. I'm really bad with words and bad with emotion, so I'm glad you were the one that talked about it. So,
thanks.
Just seeing the hockey community come together as one.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, when Kobe passed, like the NBA community came together, and like me personally, I'm not a basketball fan, but I did enjoy watching Kobe. But obviously, like, we play hockey. I would like to think that out of all of us, the hockey is probably our favorite sport to watch and play.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which made me feel like we had like a connection to this.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like, did I know Johnny? No. Did I know people that did know him? Yes, I was fortunate to do that. But I mean, coming together as a whole hockey community, and just coming together as one. And I mean, I'm pretty sure I have tickets this year to when Columbus is in town, and it's gonna be emotional. Like,
Mm-hmm.
their season opener is gonna be emotional.
It's gonna be
Like, when Kevin Hayes scores his first goal, it's gonna be emotional. I can only imagine like what he's been through recently.
Monahan too.
Yeah, Sean Monahan signed in Columbus to play with Johnny Gaudreau.
Yeah.
That's why he went to Columbus, because he wanted to go play with one of his best friends. And yeah, like when those guys score their first goal, I guarantee they're gonna be looking up. I mean,
there's gonna be a lot of tears in that crowd. Those first game, right?
I got chills just
Right.
like just talking about it. It's honestly crazy. Like
Zach said,
I'm
it literally
speechless.
if like the world literally felt like it stood still
For days.
for days.
even if you weren't a hockey fan, like it's still like it
It-
sucks.
Like us, like Kobe, like we're not big basketball fans, but like when Kobe died, you're like, whoa, you're like, this is like one
That
of
was
the biggest
probably-
athletes and biggest celebrities.
I would say when Kobe died, that was probably the first time, like, that somebody that I idolized was gone.
Yeah.
Like, and like, I think it's different for everybody, right? Like, my brother loved Mac Miller. Met him a lot of times.
Really?
I remember the day that he died, and I remember what Ty was like when he died.
Mm-hmm.
I think for me, when Kobe passed away, it was very similar.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of his quotes resonate with me because I would consistently say that I often feel very misunderstood in my life. I run my life in a very busy way that a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people will question me. A lot of people tell me I can't do it. And I keep telling me I can't do it. I really like that.
Talk that talk.
But I think that when he passed away, it was, again, I think it just reminds you of the fragile nature of the privilege that we have sitting here to be able to talk to you all about this. Like, yeah, we're passionate about sports. Obviously, you guys are as well. But I think when things like this happen, it definitely shifts your perspective because it forces you to maybe look into areas of your life that you're too busy to look at, but that kind of just go by the wayside. And I know Corey took a deep trip to Alaska, but I think even when that happened, like, that was way more, like, I remember getting that, Corey's going to Alaska, and I remember thinking he was, like, effing with me. And I'm like, yeah, you're lying. And, like, I think even stuff like that, when it is so close to you, like, I distinctly remember where I was when Vinny told me that Nate passed away. I distinctly remember where I was when I learned my mentor passed away. I remember where I was sitting at Duquesne when I was told my grandfather passed away. I remember where I was when one of my friends from college told me one of my other really good friends killed himself. Like, these big life events that have happened to me, and like, I'm not saying that there aren't. That if you put all my problems in the middle of a room, would I run to get mine back? 100% I would. But when you go through these types of things, like, your perspective on your life and the impact that you have on others changes. I remember telling Ken's, she was asked, we were talking about Florida and like what it was like when I was there, and I said I did a lot of personal reflection, and I did. And she was like, how'd it go? And I said, my question to myself is, when I'm not here, how are people going to remember me? I am very busy. I impact and deal with a lot of different people on a lot of different stages. And my question is always, what can I be doing to be better for those people so that when I am gone, what are people going to say about me? They're going to say I'm an asshole. I could probably guarantee that. But what is that like? Like, when you aren't here, what are people going to remember you as? And I think that as we all sit here and remember his life and his impact, for being as small as he was, you can see it, as Zach said, it's such a huge impact. Like, it's insane when you look at it. It's such a massive scope.
I got more teary-eyed with that quote than you did with Johnny's quote, or Johnny's talk, to be honest. That one hits a little closer, like when we talk about like our own personal lives, which we really don't talk about.
No, I think it's just, I think with, I would encourage, and I encourage a lot of my friends to have more deep and meaningful conversations with their friends. Yeah. I talked to Vinny.
Be vulnerable, I think, is a good way to put that.
I think I grew up in an environment, which I'm very privileged to grow up in the environment that I did.
I think we all are. We all say that.
But we all grew up in an era where expressing your feelings and expressing your vulnerabilities were looked at as you were a bitch. Yeah. It took me my freshman year at Duquesne. I failed calc for the first time. That was the first time I ever failed a class. I was hurt for hockey, which was the first time I was ever hurt for hockey. And I wasn't in the best relationship at the time for either one of us. I could tell you exactly where I was when I wrote the note to my parents telling them that I wasn't going to be here anymore, and what that looked like and what I wanted. I wanted to be buried with my hockey stick. So I could beat the shit out of kids up there. But
I mean, you'll always beat the shit kids out of there, so that's not to worry about.
When you go like with that, right? I don't know if any of you guys knew that. Like, and it's something that, like, it took me going through that. Somebody put an ultimatum in front of me that it was either I go to therapy and I get help, or they weren't going to be in a relationship with me anymore. I opted to go to therapy and get help. For the first 2 years I was in therapy, nobody knew. I told everybody I was in meetings all day. Mm-hmm. They literally thought I was, as a sophomore in college, I was just taking all these meetings.
This dude's hustling.
Right. They're like, what are you doing? And I'm like, yeah, just have meetings every Wednesday. Same time, every Wednesday.
Meanwhile, you're at, like, almost rock bottom, right?
Yeah. I mean, I would say I wasn't sleeping to the point that I had to tape, my ex-girlfriend at the time taped a note to the ceiling that said, go to sleep, because I would just sit there and stare. And, like, there's times now where and I talked to Ken's about it, but, like, a lot of my struggles come from the question of, am I enough? And it's something that I've always struggled with. Like, I sound like a chipmunk. I'm not exactly the most, if you look at Ty and I, like, I'm not the most athletic in the family. He's just a freak.
I mean, you're better looking than Ty, I'll give you that. Sorry, Ty, but no offense.
But, like, there's a lot of stuff that, like, I am okay with showing my friends that side of me, because at the end of the day, if I show my friends that, it gives them an avenue to say, you know what, if Zach can do it, why can't I do it? Mm-hmm. Like, there's a reason why, like, I have 2 tattoos. We all know this. But, like, the one on my inside is, like, there's 2 heartbeats for my grandparents that passed away. The reason that it's flat and it connects is because I'm still here. I only knew 2 of my grandparents. Mm-hmm. But the other one says not finished, and it's with the semicolon. Bree picked the words. I had her pick the words. And then the reason why I got it here instead of here, and most people get the semicolon in here, is inside, because I coach kids. If kids see this, it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to sit here and think things to yourself like, hey, am I enough? Or, hey, can I really do this? Or, hey, should I do this? And It's hard. In life's hard because people are going to look at you, right, and they're going to tell you, no, you can't, or they're going to tell you that's crazy, right? There's nothing that if you don't put your mind to it that you can't do. And at the end of the day, I would rather kids know that I will struggle and I have mental health problems or whatever you want to call it, or I struggle mentally sometimes, and a lot of those kids look up to me. I would rather them know that that's okay than to not just hold that in.
Take a different avenue.
Right. There's no reason to not seek out help when you need help. Just it's okay. Again, it's okay to not be okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's just you have to have a plan and you have to have a good support system. I'm grateful to have you guys and Tiggs, Vinny, Ty, Ken's especially. Ken's is probably my biggest support system.
All right. She's okay.
She picks me up from the airport.
Yeah.
But like my parents, like I built, and I'm grateful to have such a strong support system that when those times do come up and I do question, they're right there to tell me you're out of your damn mind.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that, again, this conversation kind of took a different turn. Am I happy with it? Sure. I just think that for anybody that's struggling, whether it's alcohol, drugs, whatever you're struggling with, it's okay to not be okay. Just get the help that you need. That would be my stance on it. It's good to have these types of conversations. It's never going to hurt.
Nope.
That's my stance.
I want to do hot takes.
I mean, honestly, like I'm kind of like seriously.
Corey's speechless. He hasn't said anything about 10
I'm
minutes.
more emotional about this talk than Johnny's. Like honestly,
No,
which is a good thing.
I remember where I was when I heard Corey was going on his Alaska trip. I was
remember
taking a
too.
shit upstairs.
Well,
I was sitting in my desk at Pitt, and I was like, it like hit me like a wall. Like
Yeah.
honestly,
that's why I'm kind of like, I'm sitting here in silence only because I'm thinking about the whole Johnny thing, and like, I mean, everyone knows what happened to him. Like, I've personally been affected by drunk driving, and for everything that I've just gone through the last couple months here, it really puts a different perspective of life in your eyes. Like, obviously, I went through something different, but you know, it doesn't really matter. Like you said, like you covered, it doesn't really matter what's going on in your life. Like, if you do need help with something, it doesn't make you a bitch to go get help. It doesn't make you a moron. It doesn't make you
soft.
worth anything less than what you think you are. You need help, you go get it, and that should be the bottom line.
Because Stone Cold said so.
I knew he was going to say that.
But yeah, man, I can honestly say, like, nothing that's happened to me is comparable to Johnny Hockey, obviously, but like, coming out of what I've went through and still being here, yeah, it's I don't really have words. It's just it's a miracle I'm still here, and I'm happy to be here. So
Deep sea fishing.
yeah,
Deep sea fishing.
Really?
You got eaten by a shark, right? Is that what happened?
for
No,
sure.
one of the Japanese spiders got him.
Oh, right in the middle of the Alaskan Sea.
They
right?
said, we got you.
He said,
Yeah.
"You're ours now."
So but yeah, I mean, if we're gonna end the Johnny Hockey conversation, and you know, I mean, all of us feel for the family. Like, you pretty much covered everything, so I don't have to say much. But we all feel completely horrible, and we wish it wasn't true. But you know, people are just idiots, and people do stupid things, and they don't really realize what they can do to people until it actually happens. So
I think on that note, we'll end on our hot steak.
yeah.
Hot steak.
Before I start crying.
Yeah, seriously. You need one of these? Here?
I thought I had you.
You thought you had me? I'm pretty close, not gonna lie. Hot takes.
Um,
we should
so-
start with the guy who's not here.
Yeah.
Takes.
Yeah.
That's why I had so much room today.
Tiggs, where you at?
Dylan can't see with his sunglasses on.
No, I still can't.
He's
see
at the
him.
Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Yeah.
Literally.
He says that Fields would have 3 touchdowns rushing or passing against Chargers.
wait till he has a receiving.
Yeah. 2,
Technicality, that'd be
one,
sick.
1 rushing, 1 passing,
One
1
receiving.
receiving.
Yeah.
Doesn't count.
Sick.
Doesn't count. Corey, what do you got?
I'm going with the Steelers defense is going to score a touchdown against the Bolts.
Okay.
All right.
Little pick
All
six,
right.
maybe a little fumble recovery, huh?
Wait,
Here for it.
hold on. Technicality here.
No.
Special
Field
teams.
goal.
Block punt does not count.
Steelers defense. Do I have to put special teams in there?
Yes. Those are two different units.
You know,
Two
no. I'm gonna
different
roll with the
units.
Roll
defense.
it. Yes.
Defense.
And if it's a special teams, I ain't coming back.
I ain't showing him.
I say that Pitt will be ranked at some point between now and our next podcast. They don't have to be ranked during our podcast, but they have to be ranked at some point.
They could be 25th
So they could be
for a whole
25,
week.
lose, drop out, still counts.
Correct.
Mickey Mouse.
Because I don't
Mickey
know.
Mouse. Hot take.
Because I think our podcast might be like right before or after rankings come out. So I think it'll be the day of.
It'll be day of.
It'll be day of.
Yeah.
So we'll know.
Jimmy, what do you got?
I have that Rutgers
McGroty. Yep.
have 5+ points in the 3 preseason games between now and our next pod. He's projecting top 6, so
I honestly can't believe hockey's back on Saturday. That's crazy.
Who do we play? Red Wings?
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Yeah,
Buffalo.
If you ever go, have you guys ever been up there?
No. Yeah, I did actually.
Oh,
Buffalo?
God.
No. Oh, that's
First off,
sorry.
their arena, nothing around it.
No.
Second of all,
Besides a bunch of empty parking lots.
their chant is "Let's go Buffalo."
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I've heard it before.
Let's
It's
go
bad.
Buffalo.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna round it out. The best one.
I guess so.
Eli Holstein will
Epstein.
continue his 3+ passing touchdown streak against Youngstown State and
Oh, we're going back to back.
Big against
so
the
far,
Tar
He
Heels.
has 3 games. He has 3 touchdowns, 3 passing touchdowns in each game. So he's gonna
303 scores each game.
he's
Nice.
just- he doesn't need to get 300 yards, just 3 touchdowns, just
Okay.
like that. So that's
Okay.
fine.
Cruz did just take in a bat, and he struck out.
That's good.
So that's
Good.
sweet.
Good for him.
On that note, I think we're going to wrap things up here.
Yeah, wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Walk it out. Wrap it up.
Walk
yeah.
it like I talk.
I got an Neville Island game.
Yeah, you're gonna go win.
Episode 39. Minka?
38. Jason Bay, dude.
I was
what
talking
are you
about. I was talking about next one.
doing? Oh, okay. Sorry.
Willie Parker.
And Minka.
No, Jason Grilly.
Ooh, no.
I like that one.
I heard.
Jason Grilly was
You want to
39.
hear a rumor about
I thought he
Jason
was
Grilly? I heard
59.
Right.
he blew through all his money, and 2, he's a dick.
I thought he was nice.
I held him at Dick's Sporting Goods one time. He was kind of a rude
I
person.
heard he's one of the rudest pirates to meet outside of like a pirate event.
He really wanted his tennis shoes in his size, and we didn't have it, and we heard about it.
Yeah, size 16. So
I'm not gonna talk about my experiences. with
Sorry,
him,
we
so-
don't carry it out in the
Yeah.
is
store.
it similar?
Yes.
I don't have any experience. So.
On that note.
Yeah, episode 38 down in the books. Didn't think we'd make past 5. 39.
Only 187
Next episode, you're
more to
going to
go.
say, didn't think we make it past 6?
No, it's
Mhm.
always 5.
It's always
Always
5.
five.
Always
Got
five.
it.
It's always 5.
All right.
And on that note, get ins or get out, and we'll catch you next time.
Ain't even close. Oh!